How are we all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Buenos dias. Welcome to RQDAILY. How are we all doing? Everybody recovered? Has the dust settled? What a night, right? What a night. What a explosive interview, shall we say. And in situations like this, there's only one thing that you can do, and that's book them again for Saturday, 9 o'clock. Jaguar, Wright, and Courtney, part 2. There will be a new thumbnail, of course. But yeah, round 2. Why not? Why not? Bring on. So we're going to process this, okay? We're going to go through some of the points. Please, 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 please fire me your questions, because I'm sure you have some questions, because I've got a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions last night, but apparently I was speaking. I don't know what was going on last night, man. Like, I don't know what was going on. I think there's a massive, like, right? What is he doing? Like, of all the finger shapes to make, land in with the USB drives. I mean, where does that fall into? Oh man, I've got so many questions. Like, oh, I'm echoing. Sorry, yeah, it's because I'm still in shell shock. I'm still in shell shock. But yeah, I'll fix the echoing. Yeah, there's just so many bits of this that are just like, what was going on? I think he's about to do it here. Also, as well, can we just talk about how this man's framed himself on camera just for a minute, please? Does anybody know the Pokemon Diglett? Right? I feel like we're doing a cosplay here right now. Like, it just seemed very odd. The whole camera setup's super odd. I mean, Jag was on fire last night, right? I mean, she was on fire last night. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about it all, because it was a bit mad. Also, as well, follow me on Twitter. I'll just fire that out for you lovely people. Big shout out to Kaza. We've got our usual segment of what's Kaza found on Twitter today. That'll be coming up, and we've got some pretty interesting pizza scenario follow-ups, some more interesting points about all of that. I think while we're just talking, though, we'll just throw up this one. This is always a crowd pleaser. We'll just leave this one up. We'll just let that stew while we're talking. So Jag, wow. Do you know the best part of all of that, right? I'm not even lying here. So this was all set up to be like two people coming on to have a conversation, right? And that's what we thought. And I was backstage about 15 minutes, 20 minutes early for the show. Jagged came in, and I'm just like, so are you looking for this? And she was like, she just started sort of letting me know what was about to happen. And then everything just started snowballing. And then before I knew it, the show had started. So yeah, it was a bit mad, right? I'm not going to lie to you, but fantastic show. I think it was very interesting the way that, for me, I think a lot of people were maybe questioning why I was fixating on the 2-pack thing. Well, when you've got somebody and you can just use their words, right, as the talking point and evidence, for me, that's a good place to start. Paula, what is happening? How are you? How are you keeping?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I've been watching, yesterday I couldn't watch very much because I was at the hospital, but then I've been watching you. I started watching it right now, and it's like, ugh, what's going on?
Well, I think it's clear from last night that Jaguar has the firm impression that Courtney has been put here for some reason. And here's the thing: we can all kind of question the whole Tupac and looking at the things that he said and trying to piece it together. But we all need to keep in mind that he did go into court and hand over these USB drives.
Yeah.
Right. And if the screenshots correlate with what is on there, then this is massive. It's massive. So it's a bit weird. So is it a bit weird in the sense? So the ADHD went on a riot last night, right? So are we seeing the possible puppeting of an individual to be the source, the public source of where the evidence that's going to bring Diddy down from the media side of it will come from, right? Even though the house was raided, this is where they're going to focus on. And is that where they needed to get it out? How they needed to get it out, and they used, I don't know. It just all seems very interesting, because why? If I said to you, how long have you and P Dinah been friends? And your answer was from Norway to Finland, I would be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't. I would tell you that I've been friends with P Dinah since Norway, because I can't probably, because you see, making a reference to Norway is a time frame.
No, I get that. But
if I tell you I've been friends with P Dinah since Norway, that people would immediately, if they know me, they would know a certain period of time.
So I
wouldn't find here, especially if it's such a long time ago, and you don't really have since February.
I'm with you. I get your analogy. So if I then subsequently asked you another 6 times, asking you to clarify time frames and giving me an example of a fun memory you and P Dinah had, and you still persisted to not answer me, I'm smelling a red flag. 6 or 7 times I broke it down like I would for a toddler.
No, I get it. But for me, I can't speak on anybody else's behalf, clearly. But for me, for example, with P Dinah, I've been friends with P Dinah, I've been friends with Molly. But if you ask me what time or how it, like, for example, we were doing a live the other day, and it's like Molly asked me, how long have we been friends? And then Molly went, since the time I was demonetized, because she couldn't really figure it out.
I get where your analogies are. I get what your analogies are.
And if you ask me for a fun memory with Molly, I wouldn't be able to give it to you. Like, I'm not saying he's lying or he's telling the truth, but I'm just saying that Tupac, how many years ago? How long has Tupac been dead?
A while.
Okay. And we have Jada Pinkett Smith, who we know is lying about her being that close to Tupac, because the problem with that we have is that nowadays, once a person is dead, people will make up stories, which is why I keep telling you about the Diddy thing, that all of these things do not look good. And they come and they actually ridicule this man as a credible witness.
Okay.
Because he was called before a grand jury. I'm not saying that Jaguar is jealous or anything, but there may be some hurt as to why he was called in as a witness or to testify, and not them.
He's not a witness and he's not testifying.
No, but he was called before a grand jury, so he did give testimony before a grand jury.
No, he wasn't called. He wasn't called in front of a grand jury. That would mean he was a witness. He's not a witness.
So what was he doing in the grand jury when he was questioned about things?
He wasn't questioned. He was just handing over evidence.
Yeah, but he was called in to hand in evidence.
Yeah, but it's two different things.
I understand, but he seems more credible because he went in and he's like willing to hand those things over. That gives him credibility as to he has nothing to hide. I'm going to go before the grand jury or whatever it is.
Well, here's the thing, right? Also, I love you back, Anonymous, right? So I get what you're saying.
I just want to say, Catherine Messina says he said he was interviewed.
Yeah, he was interviewed by whoever called him in, like the Homeland Security or the FBI or whoever it was. They'll have spoken to him.
I don't like this infighting because it takes credibility from everybody, and none of them come out looking good.
Oh no! If you got somebody to call out, you got to call them out. 100%. 100%.
No,
you can.
I understand that, Ron. Yeah. But listen, How long have you and I been friends?
Oh, a long time, year and a half.
Yeah, but you would oh, yeah, kind of, like, since I've been in Nicaragua. Then when I moved to Canada, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I've been friends with Ron since Nicaragua," you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah, but that makes sense when we're talking in a group of friends, not when you're on a podcast interview. Do you know what I'm saying?
Probably
Like,
he doesn't really remember. I think he probably I'm not saying he's lying or that he's telling the truth.
okay.
But, when you're put on the spot such a long time ago, people are now coming out making stories about knowing Tupac. We know that Jada Pinkett Smith is over exaggerating to say very kindly about how close he was, to the point that, I mean, Will Smith had to, like, jealous of Tupac because Jada Pinkett Smith has falsely led people to believe that he was so deeply in love with her, when that is not the case, that they were this tight and blah, blah, blah. Because they're all riding off the coattails of Tupac's fame because he's the black unicorn.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the only reason that Tupac was brought into it was because Courtney said the reason he was handing all this in was for, his friend Tupac. And then that triggered Jaguar, and the whole thing snowballed and spiraled. He then went on to say that he was part of a production team that produced one of Tupac's songs. We can't find any evidence for that. And for me, the whole thing was just a little bit bizarre, the way he was answering things.
No, I
And
understand, and I'm not defending. I see the chat people. Oh, Paula, stop. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm not saying that he's telling the truth. I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm just saying keeping a closed mind towards people is never a good thing. He was
I
put
don't
on
think
the spot.
I'm not saying it was closed mind.
No, people are saying to me that I should stop because I'm saying I am keeping an open mind because I don't know the details. No
Oh
one
yeah, I
else do.
100%. I agree.
None of us do. None of us do.
Well, here's the thing,
None of
Paula,
us.
right? Here's the thing. I disagree, but I agree. So I'm only giving you my opinion based off of my questioning of him and his questions directly to me, right? And I did it throughout the interview so that I could get a baseline for where I feel this guy is sitting. And like I say, if I say to you, what is your favorite memory of being with Tupac, and you can't give me anything, it just seems odd to me, right? It seems
I
odd.
agree. No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I think that he might have known of Tupac. He probably was around the same circles, but I am inclined to believe that he didn't have a one-on-one relationship with Tupac.
Yeah, but
That
this
he
is the
could have
thing.
been around the same circles, but it's like some people are around the circles of Diddy, and now they're claiming that they witnessed so much. It's like
Well, yeah,
it's
but you're missing the point, right? Let me just play a little bit for you. Letitia, how are you? We'll get to you in just a
I've
second.
seen it. I've seen it.
let
I
me just
have
play it.
seen it, Ron.
She was already there in my face at the time. No, never met her.
Do you have any industry friends?
Was it after that the feds called, and was it? All right, Letitia, whilst I completely fumble and lose my timestamps, how are you doing? Did you watch everything last night? How are you doing today?
I watched it like 5 times.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy.
It was so good. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
we set the clock to get up and do this show today.
Yeah.
Like, Jaguar snapped. She snapped.
Yeah.
He pissed her off.
He did, yeah.
He did something that he shouldn't have, yes, and he was extremely upset. She was extremely upset, and she said some things, and this video has gone viral. It was on Make It Make Sense.
Yeah, it's been on a few
on there
things.
too.
I kept getting sent screenshots by people yesterday, and I believe it was Make It Make Sense, which was this one.
Yes.
And then it was Sherelle's World, I do believe, as well.
Okay.
Couple of big channels checking it out, which is great. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like I said earlier, this weekend, part 2, why not? It's but we're redesigning the thumb a little bit. We want to get a bit more.
I just want to say something, and this is what we have to be very careful with.
But they had no idea that Ron and Sean had no idea that that was going to go down. You
No.
actually thought that they were
Yeah.
homies, big
Well, I
homies.
don't even know. I don't even know what we thought. Shane just said, "Oh, they've asked for us to set this up. I think it's going to be great." And yeah, the fury was unleashed upon Courtney. Paula, what were you about to say there?
There's something that we have to be careful with.
Yeah.
Paula, you're one of them. If you're still questioning this, period, who sent you to? These kinds of narratives is insane. I'm sorry, it is insane.
One sent Paula, like, relax. Maybe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No. But I'm trying to give you an example, Ron, because the whole chat is like that. Because just because you dare question something, we should not be doing this. I'm not saying that Jaguar is wrong or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying we don't know.
Yeah, no one's saying that we do though. You keep repeating that. Keep repeating that. We're just discussing what happened last night. It's more like a shock and awe and like what just happened moment.
Yeah, she was legitimately upset because he was making accusations that he may not have known about, and especially the Tupac Shakur moment.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something now, if I'm a white dude and I'm ghostwriting anything, right? I'm just telling you now, if I'm a white dude ghostwriting anything, Jamal is a bold move, right? I'm just saying, like I don't know many, black culture-y names, right? But I know Jamal is one of them. Okay. Okay. It's up there with like LeBron. Okay. I'm just saying, I don't know many white LeBrons and Jamals. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying. So bold move. But I mean, in names,
called her a loser.
Is it really? I mean, here's the thing, right? Is it a big deal? Is it? Are names really race bound? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. How do you feel?
Well, when she said the N-word, because she did, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I just, she lost it. She lost it.
If you actually, every time she said the N-word, you can watch a little bit of Sean Atwood dying. Every time. Yeah. You just watch him dying.
Moving in his seat. Yeah. He started shifting in his seat a little bit, like, and then you popped off for a second. And
yeah, Paula. So yeah, I get what you're saying, because I just want to say I completely agree with Paula. We need to just make our own decisions about everyone. Obviously, Jaguar has shed her doubts on Courtney. Make your own mind up, do your own research, all of that stuff. We fully encourage, and I'm sure Jaguar would fully encourage that entire mindset too. But I just want to say, does anybody remember the member berries from South Park? Because this is what we need to get for Courtney for the next. Do you remember anything? Anything at all? Yeah. So okay. So let's go.
It got real. That's for sure.
It got real. It got real.
Well, before he even came on, she was like, in it, like on him, And then as soon as he came on, she didn't let up.
Ron went into dad mode. Yeah. There's nothing quite like being the regular bag of flesh and bones as a Jaguar freight train is hurling towards you, right? And the boss is going, on you go, buddy, on you go. Yeah.
Didn't you say Sean was in the background telling you to say something?
Yeah, Sean and Shane in the background. Brilliant. That's okay. I know my place now. I'm human shield. All right. Yeah. I am the human shield, and I'm okay with it. It was good fun. It was a learning curve, though. Do you know what I mean? It's a learning curve as the channel grows, and we've got guests that come on, maybe to just be like, hey, so did you guys get on? Do you think there might be any controversial moments?
Yeah.
We're learning as we go, but it was
because he said that she wanted to speak to him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we know why now. We know why now, Letitia. We know now why now, Paula. You know what I'm saying? But what like Paula? Obviously, I know you're like now. You're going like full head mistress on the situation, and I get that. We're like, children,
No,
we
I really
must
don't
behave.
care. I really don't care. But
No,
I want.
but that's okay. That's okay. It's a good point of view.
My main concern is the following.
Okay, hit us with it.
Well, you know that this. I'm just worried that Diddy is going to capitalize on these kinds of things. You know, the lawyers or the person who dropped this
But he don't have
this
no right.
evidence or whatever. Letitia, we never know what's going to happen because there's a lot of things that haven't come out about Diddy. There's a lot of things that haven't come out about Diddy. Ali Carter. I mean, I love Ali Carter. I think that I believe her. I
Right.
believe her. Absolutely. I believe everything she has to say.
He's starting to come out a lot more now too on a lot of different
Yeah.
stations
Or people have heard more about her.
right.
Because
Yeah, she's starting
she's
to
been
be
doing the rounds in public forever before this was popular. And I have heard people from the very same arena that we are in here
Mhm.
trashing her or calling her stories into discredit or maybe calling her that she's fantasizing or exaggerating, all these new people that are coming out that were
Yeah.
now to be around it. Now they're saying, the woman who's been talking for years when this wasn't a popular topic, when Diddy wasn't behind jail, she's been risking her life saying those things that people are still calling outrageous, insane. And you and I have had this talk, Ron, about how these things happen and they're so surreal that these things are coming out and
Mhm.
it's like, oh, we don't believe her. Why is this black girl still alive? Because they love her being alive because what she
See,
said.
I don't get that impression. Like everywhere
No.
everywhere I'm looking, everyone is like super supportive
very
for Ali. I know you're probably dialed in on the freaking, where the negativity is coming from, but
yeah.
I've not seen that.
Oh,
You're the only, yeah. And
I-
it's shocking. It's shocking what you're saying. The fact that people won't believe.
I've sent you videos. I've sent you videos of some guests and that they're pretty much criticizing Ali, saying that, so I suggest you watch them because, these are in the internet and these people have given
But isn't that hypocritical
she
to
shall
say?
prove
But isn't it? Shouldn't we be? I mean, you're saying let people make up their own minds, right? And let people
I agree. I don't think he's kosher 100% clearly.
yeah.
I think he was chosen to hand that over. I think he's been around that. I don't think he is that clued in, and people shouldn't pretend to be clued in if they're not, because then they get people like Jaguar coming on live stream.
So Ron, did you
telling
show
them-
the whole clip of Jaguar?
No, yeah. What I'd like to do, I've got a list of 90 names that were on Diddy's celebrity party list. So I thought we could just read them out in groups of 10, right? Allegedly, number 1, Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian,
Mary J.
Naomi
Blige.
Campbell, Mary J. Blige, Leonardo DiCaprio, Usher, and Rihanna. First 10.
And
I'm
2,
sure we
3
already knew that,
minors.
right? We are probably sure we already knew that. Just 90, mate. Yeah, just the 90. And then we're on to the Royals as well. There's a whole Royal section. So yeah, somebody did the courtesy of sending me this
Just
20,
we said we weren't going to do the
like,
kids. Okay.
20 days ago, and I just saw it today. I will, Serpico, no problemo. I'm with you, man. I hear about the docs as well. All right, let's jump into a little bit of this. Let's just have a look at the madness unfold. Again, I just want to say 10 out of 10 to Courtney. Did you see him turning down the volume on the TV? That was the first moment that was just incredibly meme-worthy.
He turned it down, and he took a minute to come back.
Yeah, he did. To
the segment, but he was a good sport. I mean, to sit there and handle it.
Well, look, I'm not being funny. Jaguar brought props. Okay, that's how prepared she was. She had her hat and her glasses. This man stood no chance. Okay, no chance at all. Right, let's listen to a little bit of this.
I don't know who's coaching you. I don't know who's giving you information, but I'm calling you into account right here today, sir. I am
Call me into account.
people. You are going to stop lying on Gene Deal. You are going to stop lying on I'll Be Sure. And you are going to stop pump faking on a woman who put her life on the line to save hundreds of victims.
And are you saying this has been said within the concepts of the book, or out with the concept, the context of the book, Jaguar?
And all of the other chit chatter that's running around, demonizing people who are nothing more than victims of Diddy.
Okay, well let's give Courtney a chance to respond to that.
All right.
The extended list. Just yeah. Well,
Let's address.
You know, I'm gonna mute up. I might have the urge to say something.
Go ahead.
She was honest.
no, it's
Go
over
ahead,
to you,
Courtney. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Courtney. It's just for you to respond to what Jaguar has said there.
What is she saying?
All right, Jaguar, do you want to just like, I'm not being funny, right?
You know what? Sean's face is priceless. I swear to God.
It is. I couldn't stop laughing. Like that was the point. It was between Ron and Sean's face that did it.
Can we clip Courtney out of this and start making up some ring cam memes, right? Where it's just Courtney staring into the ring cam saying that, and the best one will get like oh, there's Maggie. What's happening, Maggie? What is happening? What is happening? So actually, Maggie, I'll send you the link as well. I didn't know you were awake at this time. I'll send you the link. You're very welcome to come in and have your say.
Well, I asked her. Well, anyway, she caught up with it yesterday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So anyway, ring cam memes. Let's carry on. We'll take Courtney through it again, just to give him a chance to really
maybe 1 point at a time.
Yeah, 1 point.
1 point at a time.
I done muted up.
Okay, we're going to play a little game called Will She or Won't She? Okay. So put a 1 in the side chat if she will give us 1 point at a time. Put a 2 in the side chat if it's explosive rant. Will she? Hang on, we need to get the reverb going. Hang on. Will she or won't she? Yes. 1 in the side chat for, yeah, here we go. Explosive.
I said what I had to say. I meant every word that I said, and I'm going to stand on it. Because, see, what's about to happen is if he keeps flummadilling and sitting here playing possum, I'm just going to have to play chicken with him. And I promise you, I don't turn off the road. I don't. I'm going to mute back up. But understand this. I asked for what I asked for. It's either you going to give it or you not. The things that were published in that book are things that those children should never have heard. Any of them. Especially those girls. How dare you? How dare you? And there is no way in the world Kim Porter ever gave you the permission to slander her husband. No way.
Hold up.
She would never have allowed you.
You want to let me talk tonight, Jaguar?
Yeah, let Courtney respond now. So it's
you coming?
Do you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to give that. I'm going to say that she just made her point. As far as I'm just going to be honest, I think that was further on the she made her point than power rant. This is fun. Right. Let's see what Courtney has to say.
It was both.
On. Let me explain
Courtney. You're fine, Courtney. Go.
Whatever you saying about Kim Porter book is what you saying. I did not say anything because I never wrote the book. So you coming? I'm no witness of anything. I wasn't never at no party or never at no whatever they saying. I'm going by what you're saying.
Which, by the way, had nothing to do with what Jaguar just said. Okay, I just want to point that out. So she was talking about what gives you the right to put Kim Porter in a book. He said he never wrote the book, okay, and he's never been to no parties, and he's not a witness, okay. I think really the point was the fact that he was in control of a publication or was involved in a publication that added this very graphic chapter, is what we started to unveil.
I know what the chapter is about.
Yeah, it's meant to be a bit sassy, a bit sort of freaking.
Yeah, it was about
detailed.
Albie Shore and P. Diddy and Kim Porter in the room together about to get it on, or did get it on.
Okay, so that's okay. Oh, because that's who she just mentioned, right? Albie Shore, was that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going under the impression that Kim Porter wrote it and she was going to publish it.
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted it out there. So I don't like kill the messenger kind of thing, because then nobody wants to come out.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too, because he was given the drives to get it out there. Obviously, he had something from Kim Porter.
Yeah. It's just bizarre. It's like all of the good stuff that comes from handing over evidence, this guy should be getting praised. And it's like,
yes,
you ask him a simple question and it's like, what is happening here? Do you know what I'm saying?
I just want to say something quickly. If he went to the grand jury to hand over that information, the hard drives or whatever it is that he did in, it's because he's securing the knowledge that it came from Kim Porter. And there could be a hell of a lot more information. People forget that Kim Porter is dead, and she wrote this in case she died. And she wanted this known. And I know she has children. I personally wouldn't have written that, but she wanted it out there, according to what's been said here.
Correct.
And because then we can understand the depravity of Diddy, what he did to her in all regards, so people can read it and say, a lot of people have criticized Kim Porter and they've called her a gold digger and all kinds of things, but how did you stay? I believe she stayed out of fear, and clearly Diddy was somebody who you just spoke to, but that's just my opinion. So in this regards, I disagree completely that she's angry because that chapter was put in.
Yeah.
That was the life. That was the life.
Listen, is there not speculation that was a fabricated chapter? That somebody else wrote that chapter?
It didn't say that it was fabricated. It pretty much what Chris, Todd, and Courtney is saying, that they rewrote a few things, but not the content of the book.
He said that he made it rated PG, because now he remembered that he did that interview where he said he has the one without being PG, like the original things that. Remember, he did an interview with you guys, or he did an interview with somebody where he talked about how the book that was released and Amazon took it down, said that was rated R because it's rated PG because what is really in the book, and he gave a link to that book. I believe it was with you guys, because he's giving quite a few interviews, and the link that he gave for his book is the one that's completely uncensored.
I believe what Todd Chris said, that I believe Albie Shore called Amazon and got upset with Amazon and told them to take it down. Now, he couldn't keep his story straight with Tupac Shakur.
How we doing, Maggie? Everybody who hasn't met Maggie, she is one of our Friday Night Royal Mess crews, and she's part of what we call the Triggered community this morning after viewing last night's content. So, Maggie, give us your first response. Like, what was your reaction to seeing it all? Like, break it down. Give us your rebuttal.
Well, sincerely, I didn't know that when you want to say how long you have known someone, that you would just give place that you know. So now when I know someone, I'm just going to say, I met Paula on the internet. I don't need to give a date.
Exactly.
I don't need to give like years.
Yeah. Paula had said earlier, right, which is a good point. Like, for example, if we're all friends and it's like, oh, how long have you known Madge? And I say, oh, since since episode 50 of Royal Mess, right? you would all know that. You would all get that because you would know the inside joke, or you would know the reference. I feel like Paula's comment was right, but it was the wrong context for Courtney, because we didn't know any of them. And I asked him a separate 6 other times, and then there was the whole 16-year thing, and then 1992, And then I was like, well, did I not ask him if they were 16 in 1992? I can't remember. I tried to ask a whole bunch of things that was going on.
Keep it straight.
Yeah, he was just not listening. He just wanted to, I don't know, just say that I didn't write the book. I didn't write the book. But it's like, okay, but you gave the book. You should know a little more about what is going on.
He
but
said
all
he
he could
never read
say,
the book.
Give me 1 second.
That's
Give me 1
more
second. Give me 1 second.
ridiculous.
Listen, Serpico, do me a favor, mate. Serpico, if you're handing over good information to me, right? My mods are all incredibly well trusted. Just don't get yourself in any shenanigans. Just relax. Everyone chill out, okay? Because you're obviously on the line of mass paranoia, Serpico. Or Sirocco. I can't even say your name, and I'm talking about you. But listen, just chill out. It's all good. Relax. Good. Thank you for the information.
Something you said that Jaguar asked you to have this gentleman and for an interview. Is that correct?
I think so. I'm not putting words into Shane's mouth, but I think it was the two of them had requested to talk to each other, maybe, or they'd both requested interest in speaking to each other, maybe. But I know it was suggested outside the camp, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, Ron, for real, you were being like really good yesterday because those Jaguar was feeling a lot of emotion, and sometimes it was hard to make it so that Courtney could talk, even though sincerely Courtney didn't really want to talk. Like sincerely, each time that Jaguar was muted, it was just like,
I just want to say, I didn't want to be the guy that put Jaguar right on the naughty step. Like, I didn't want to do it. I almost did it. Shane, how are you? Come and fill us in.
Did I just hear my name a few seconds ago? When
yeah,
I was on my way
yeah.
in
I was just going to say
ladies
we have
and
summoned him.
Somebody saying Catherine Racinia saying, was the entire row staged? No.
Was it staged?
Staged.
Well, if it was, they choreographed that beautifully, and they fooled me. They need to get some Oscars. We need to get whipping out some YouTube awards for that.
Can I give her my 30-second rendition while you're having
Please
a heart
do.
attack?
Yes, thank you.
So, Paula, yesterday when all this started, it was like the idea was to have them have a sit down, like Big Homie and Jag had that one night where it was calm, cool, and collective. So I've got him hanging in the wing.
Oh, you paused a second there.
Their own time period.
Yeah, we've got you cut out. Shane, you cut out something to the wind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
so
right.
Basically, I'm watching this and I'm seeing Jaguar starting to get wound up, and like every other word, and I'm watching Ron's eyes get more bugged out by the second. I'm watching Sean's like leaning back in his chair. I'm like, why did they look like somebody's getting ready to leap off a building? And I turn my volume up, and I hear her, and I get a message from Sean, and I won't tell you what it said, but it was to the effect of, you might want to give him some warning. So I just briefly called him, and I'm thinking he's watching it. Well, he's got a football game going. I'm like, are you watching the stream? He goes, no, I'm getting ready to jump in. I'm like, you have not watched any of this yet. I said, let's just say she has strong questions that need hard answers. You better get your boots on. And he just laughed. He goes, I'll be fine. Hung up the phone, and in he went. And then all hell broke loose. And there was nothing staged at all. I sat there
hell broke loose
for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jaguar, you could tell it came from the heart. Everything that she was saying, because she was so insulted, and because like he was talking about her friend and the book, and he's just trying to distance himself from, as if he didn't do anything, as if he was just like a mindless robot or R2D2 like from Star Wars. He's just like, I was just in my little mission and give the book. But it's like, you are a human. You decided to do what you were doing, and Jaguar Wright was just, defending her friend. Like, I'll be sure just came out of a coma. And he's like putting those type of book exactly. And from what I've heard from Kim Porter was an extremely graceful person, and she was so protective of her kids. So putting that type of thing and the book that was talking about how like Diddy was, that doesn't seem like her character. And for him to give that book and just be like, wasn't me, as if he
You
was
think
Shaggy.
he should show some type of ownership?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
exactly.
as far as the book, I mean, from what I gather, I mean, he did the publishing, the back end of it, just getting it published. If I'm not mistaken, Ron, you can help me with this. I think Chris was the one.
Yeah,
Right.
I
did some editing and
Fine.
removing of different things.
Shane.
You know, it wasn't Burgess at all.
Shane,
Yeah, that-
I seen you on Make It Make Sense.
Oh, I was on 2 more after that.
Oh, really?
Ron, remember the
Yeah, I
clip
was
I
on-
sent you of Kim Porter when she did that pilot of hers? I sent you
Yep,
that.
yep,
clip a
yep,
while
yep, yep.
ago.
You might need to resend it, but I do remember it. Sometimes when you send a link for some reason,
It wasn't a link, it was an actual clip.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll scroll back up. I'll be able to find it.
It was an actual clip.
Yeah, I've got
The
it.
thing- you know what? The thing is, though, we don't know anything much about people nowadays. You know, we don't know. They look so happy. They were the golden couple, and now we're hearing. You can play that if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
ended
just
up
give us a little bit of pretext on it, Paula. Tell
Yeah,
everybody what it is.
this is after she divorced or separated from Diddy, and she wanted to start her own life again. She decided to go back to business, you know, like doing appearances. And this is a pilot for a show called Single Ladies, and this was supposed to be the Vixen video. The pilot name was Vixen Video, but it is so scary what she says, you know, because after this, I think she caught pneumonia.
All right, let's check it out.
I found God, and He told me to make a change. So I'm a writer now. I'm writing a tell-all book about my years of being a video vixen. I got lots of stories about lots of rappers, and I'm about to get paid.
Yeah, so this is basically the fictional pilot, like for a fictional series. Definitely some hidden messages there, but pneumonia and cyanide seem to be at the center of all of this.
Yes.
If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah.
I don't. I just want to say big shout out to Big Homie. He posted last night that he had to cancel all of his interviews because he's fallen sick. So I hope that he is okay. And there's nothing suspicious, Big Homie. I'm hoping, and I hope you're all right, brother.
Yeah, that was kind of. I texted him, and he told me he would call me today. So
yeah,
see how he's doing.
Yeah, I will say as well, we've got some stuff in the works for a video that I'm working on with a couple of our guests that you've been seeing. So I'm very excited about that. So stay tuned, like I say. But let's come back to
yeah.
All right, hell yeah, right. Let's bite off another chunk of this. Let's go.
You going by what I'm saying? I didn't write no book. I didn't publish no documents. Up until today, no one has ever heard me say that I even had my own access to what was actual.
I just want to tell everyone this is I did this for Tupac. Okay, so this is the this is the calmest it's going to get. Okay, before it gets amped up. All right.
Written down. I've never admitted that. And I'm actually putting my life on the line right now doing it. And I'm putting some other people in jeopardy that I care about. But I'm doing it for what's right. And I'm just going to have to stand on that. You can retract, you can detract, say whatever you want to say. You had some very specific things to say about I'll be sure. I, as his friend, am asking you give him an apology. That man has been doing enough. He's been doing enough. Listen, to the anniversary of Kim's passing is in just a few weeks.
Sorry to interrupt everybody. I've got a friend of mine sat in the living room who I just need to go and make sure he gets into his brother's car. He's just been having some marital issues. So I'm just going to leave this playing, but I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Did you talk to him after she passed? I did. And I was there after the first coma and the second. I don't know who you think you are, but you are no one's friend, sir.
I'm no one's friend. I'm not your friend.
no one.
Our sure friend or never Gene friend. You understand?
You are no one's friend, sir.
Right.
Because what you guys
Not
have done
the-
with that book, what you guys have done with that book is try to tarnish a woman who put her life on the line. Y'all want to write a book? Write a book about everything she did do.
That's the book she. Hold on, Jaguar.
Do you know how many girls she stuck her neck out for throughout the years? No, you ain't talk about none of that. Or how she put her life on the line to help Cassie do everything that she's doing right now. There's so much more to her story that was not talked about. That woman is included when you made her sound like a common drug addicted a slut. That wasn't.
I have wrote nothing in that book. It was printed.
I'm telling you that now. You are
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
You are nobody's friend, sir. I'm muting up.
Nobody friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not Gene's friend. I know nothing of you. I can't hear her.
She's muted, Courtney. So do you want to just tell the viewers what's happened to you in the past couple of days regarding this grand jury attendance?
Oh, since then, my phone was taken from me. What I had in it was sent to me. Jaguar is off the hook. Right now, I'm tired. I don't want to be here. It's a gag war that I shouldn't be talking about what's going on. I was not a witness for Sean against him. I'm here only for my friends. Tupac Shakur. That's the only one I'm here for that was taken away from here.
And that
did just you just say Pac?
Yes.
Oh, you a whole clout chaser. Hold up.
I'm not a clout chaser. No.
Nothing. You wasn't saying nothing about nothing. No. I'm calling Meech. We're gonna talk to somebody who actually knew Tupac.
And here she goes.
Meech. I'm sitting here with the Courtney Burgess guy.
Oh, that's dope.
He said he doing everything that he's doing for Pac.
I'm sorry. I need to put it back to the bit where he says that.
For Sean against him, I'm here only for my friends. Tupac Shakur.
Let's just watch it manifest, right? So we're at 29:44. Let's go 29:36, right? And let's just watch it just.
For Sean against him, I'm here only for my friends. Tupac Shakur. That's the only one I'm here for.
Oh my God, did you hear that bing bong that timed exactly with her head there? Like, just watch it. I'm sorry. Just watch it one more time and listen to the bing bongs as she realizes what he's just said.
For Sean against him, I'm here only for my friends. Tupac Shakur. That's the only one I'm here for that was taken away from here.
And that
did just you just say Pac?
Yes.
Oh, you a whole clout chaser. Hold up.
I'm not a clout chaser. No.
Nothing. You wasn't saying nothing about nothing. No. I'm calling Meech. We're gonna talk to somebody who actually knew Tupac. Meech. I'm sitting here with the Courtney Burgess guy.
Oh, that's dope.
He said he doing everything that he's doing for Pac.
Look at Sean.
I know Pac is your brother.
Look at.
Can we also get the the meme where it's like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," and it zooms in on the guy's face. Can we get the best "Hello, darkness, my old friend" Sean Atwood meme in the Discord today, please? That is the task of the day in the Discord. Na, 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 na. You know the ones I'm talking about. Let's get this going.
But I don't understand how this book with Kim Porter got anything to do with Pac.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's crazy. Interesting. Huh.
What does this Kim Porter sex stuff got to do with Pac? How you getting justice for Pac? Talking smack on a woman's body count after she dead.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Yeah, what's up with that?
Meech, what you talking about?
Huh?
He's
I can't hear
asking you what I'm asking you. What does Kim Porter's book and all of the sexual conquest and stuff that was published in there, what that got to do with Tupac?
First of all, it was all I did was got the flash drive, went down to book. I did not write the book.
Exactly. Ain't nobody fitting to slander Pac.
Nah, we can't do that shit. Dog. That's who does that? Fuck Kim Porter.
Ooh,
that's how he feels about it. That ain't one thing ain't got nothing to do with the other. You clout chasing. This is Tupac's producer.
Hold up, Jaguar. Let me let you talk.
Don't come up here now that you done
hold up.
And this ain't got nothing to do with none of this.
I gave you respect. I gave you a spot. Don't.
Hey,
Carry on, Courtney.
I'm gonna mute up Meech. Yeah, he said he wouldn't do that. Apples and oranges. You've been warned.
I'm gonna tell you just like this, Jaguar. I don't care what you got to say.
You've been
But you
warned.
putting up big Meech.
Apples and oranges.
Could I talk? Could I talk?
Yeah.
And say something.
Go on, Courtney, respond.
I can't respond. How you hear what she's saying?
Do you want to just respond to what you heard, the conversation on the phone?
I will let her go ahead and do it, and I'll do what I got to say. Because Jaguar, she's off the hook like she always been. She's a failure to the industry because she only got far as she got. And that's this high.
Oh, wait a minute, Meech. Now he's talking about.
I just want to say, I know something that none of you guys know, and I can't tell you yet. And when I can tell you, it's going to blow your freaking minds.
Tell us.
No. I just wanted to do a Shane, right? I just wanted to do a
same
Shane.
thing I know.
Oh, it's the same thing, you know. Oh, we know things, Shane. We know things. Okay.
And just for one thing to clarify for anybody out there, and this is for you, Paula, too. I just called Courtney and just made sure
he's okay.
He is not on a gag order at all.
Okay.
Oh, he's not.
His words were, do you think if I was on a gag order, I would be doing interviews?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I said, okay. I said, I just want to clarify. Some people, I said, we're doing a little.
Do me a favor.
Video,
just
so.
ask him how many years in your Tupac and see how long he keeps showing phone.
Oh, dude, I did last night. And he said, the show's over with. We'll talk about it later. He would not answer me.
You don't know Tupac.
No, he was just still kind of tiffed, I think. But I said, no, Ron just wanted to know just for the fun of it. And he never did answer. He said, I'll answer it on the next show. So you got to ask him again.
Oh, I'm gonna bring out some merch that says, how long did you know Tupac? Right. And then just a picture of our boy underneath. Do you know what I mean? Just the glasses, actually. Just
You asked
the
him in
glasses.
different ways. You asked him in several different scenarios. How did he know Tupac?
Yeah. Hold up. I know
Tupac.
the glasses.
He told me how he knows Tupac. He just didn't mention how long it was.
Well, another way of doing it
why even talk about Tupac? What was the point?
If I ask you your favorite memory with someone and your answer is, you know, when you meet someone new at high school, it's like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if he's AI, they've done a terrible job. Okay.
That's all. Why did you park that picture of your face? You look like you're ready to bite a bullet. Oh, yeah. That's I don't know what I'm reading in the side chat or what I'm realizing right now. Anytime the Jaguar waves our freaking Elon Musk finger at me up here, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is no one knows this is actually one of those 5G towers, okay, right here, but it's a portable one right there.
Ron, do you know that's so Raven?
A what?
That's so Raven.
That's so Raven. It's looked like you're having a flashback or something to the future.
Oh, this
You're
here.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those moments in a movie where like the background zooms in while the camera gets closer to me, and it's like, and everything falls into place. He's just realized.
And all I'm getting from Sean is you did this. This is your fault. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, what? And he was kidding with me, but I'm like,
oh yeah,
I said, I'm fired. He said, yeah, you're fired. I was like, shit.
Yeah. you've let to learn how Sean types in sarcastic sort of like attacks a little bit sometimes.
But then was not the time. It was not the time.
Yes.
Shane and find out how this happened.
Yeah, nah, it was all good. All good. I mean, don't get me wrong. In between the fire, in between the text of like, oh my God, what is happening from Sean Atwood? There was just like repeated lines of flames and hundreds. Do you know what I mean? So it was all good, man. It was all good. But like I say, it's a lesson learned. I think as the channel grows,
Sean said, I got to talk to Shane and find out what happened. Said, what happened? I don't know what happened. I was under the impression that it was going to be that they were like big homie and it was going to be, they were lads. They were lads.
The impression. It was like when she said, because what happened, and that's the part he's going to get you to laugh at. She has her own live stream. She has a channel of about 10 or 15,000 people. And the night before, she's on there and somebody said, hey, Jag's on, why don't you pop it and say hi? So I jumped into side chat. It was a pre-recorded live stream, but she was still there and everybody was messaging and all. So I'm like, hey, it's Shane, da-da-da-da. And one of her subscribers said, why don't you go on with Courtney and talk things out? And I saw the message. And then she said, hey, can you make it happen? I said, okay. I can do it.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like, and then when I called her after she got off the stream and she ended it like within minutes of that, she called me and she was really calm. It's like, hey, why don't we do this? Da 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 da. And I had no clue. If it had been, I'm going to rip his off, and like, it would have been a little different.
So the official statement is we're just blaming it on her mods. Brilliant.
Pretty much so. Yeah.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Shane, are you doing the? It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault.
No, hell yeah. I was like Shaggy. It wasn't me.
No. Hell yeah.
In the interview that she don't know why she would want to talk to him.
But she also then asked for an apology, and when she got it, said she didn't want it. So you got to take it with a pinch of salt sometimes. When people are speaking with a passion. Do you know what I'm saying? I want an apology. I'm sorry. I don't want your apology. All right.
Well, the next night, her and Big Homie actually, after our live streamer that same night, one of them flew to the other and they went on another podcast and sat down live in a studio after our stream. So they did great. I'm thinking, oh man, that's going to be awesome. Let's get her and Courtney straight and everything will be great. And no, it didn't happen that way. I'm still having tremor from it.
Yeah.
Listen, you wanted Kumbaya and it was like Glory of War instead. Yeah. There is no Kumbaya with Jaguar Wright.
Kumbaya.
Jaguar Wright.
There's no in between.
It's like Kumbaya.
No, it was like the Scarlet Wedding. It was the Scarlet Wedding is what it was. Sorry, Paula. On you go.
The good thing about this is that things are being weeded out.
Yeah.
Things are being weeded out in the sense of by people talking about this, then you can tell what's true, what's not true.
Yeah.
So in a way it is very positive in that sense. So I'm just saying we have to all keep an open mind, because the problem that we have nowadays in this kind of culture moment that we live in, you guys all know this, we've been through all of this, is that all it takes is one rumor and it goes wild, and it's harder to fix your reputation.
Yeah, it is.
You all know that. I have been there. You guys have been there. So you know how it is like. So this is why I'm saying, let's be careful. Yes, of course. I believe everybody. I'm having a hard time believing this gentleman, Courtney. I don't know if it's hard of hearing, but the questions are very loud, very clear. I don't know if the connection he had was poor, that he answered the questions correctly. But to me, he's not coming across as reliable.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Guys, slow down for a second. Continue. I can tell you, I speak to him and he's like that with me on the phone. That is how he talks. That's not a trust issue or anything like that. He's just a very soft-spoken, very deliberately spoken person. He talks like that. You know,
Some
now you
people
get
are
angry,
about the
slow.
fact
it gets a little
it's not
faster,
about the
but-
fact it's not about the fact that he doesn't talk and he talks slowly. It's about the fact that he doesn't answer question. You can ask him,
Actually, you
how
know what?
are you
I'm
today?
saying he
And he's
comes
gonna
across
say
as
Hold on,
something else.
wait. We're going to do some science here, actually, Madge.
I think he just
I-
thinks about. I think he thinks before he speaks. I mean, when we talk on the phone, there's times I've asked him a question in a few seconds. There's a pause, but then he does answer. Now, when you've got somebody who speaks slow and deliberate, and they think about what's coming next, if you've got somebody
All right.
firing off 30 questions,
All right,
at a
Shane,
second,
Shane,
hold on.
I get your defense. I get your defense here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at him in another interview scenario and see if he has
Yes.
trouble answering any questions. All right.
Same way.
This
I've watched
is
this interview
good.
10 times.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities,
He's almost doing the little teapot right there. There's his little handle. He just needs a spoon.
how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know
Appeared
if
to
they
be.
were right.
Sure.
Appeared to
Let
be.
me rephrase
right,
it.
based on yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appeared to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning
Victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Thanks for watching.
I just want to quickly say as well, I guarantee you she's one of those like paper-skinned people from the series V from the 80s with the lizard underneath. All right, I just want to say that right now. Okay, so for me, when we look at Courtney's ability to be asked a question and then reiterate information, there's 3 different videos we could watch. We could be watching the interview in the street. We could be watching the extended version of this or the one that we just watched. And at no point does he struggle with answers or struggle with relaying any information. Hang on a second. Here we go. Kimberly Porter. Discernment.
Discernment.
Let me do it myself or I won't learn. Okay. All right.
Words are hard.
If you don't let me do it myself, I won't learn. Okay. Discernment is essential. Courtney never laid the foundation as to how he ended up with Kim Porter's book. He said he never met her in person and received the USB through a mutual friend. But why him? That's a bloody good question, Kimberly Porter. Okay. And
you know what? I know this is gonna sound.
Well, I heard.
Wait. Let Paula come in here. Let Paula come
I
in
know
here.
this is gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna start doing Diddy things, videos and stuff. But I talked to somebody who's actually in that circle, and said that the reason why is because they needed somebody who was outside the circle who claims to have, because be friends with Diddy or Jay-Z or anybody like that. That
She was connected.
Yes, because at the end of the day, for example, if somebody had sent that book to Jaguar, clearly she would have never published it because she's angry that this gentleman managed to get it published. Because and this is assuming that is Kim Porter's book, and this is assuming that she wanted that book published. Whether people are saying, well, that, why didn't you publish a book about what good she's done? Well, if it is Kim Porter's book, That's what she wanted published. People have to keep that in mind. So maybe this is what the person was telling me. And he was like, the reason why is because these people are, they always have somebody to cover up for. Maybe because, if Jaguar's good friends with Albie Shore, she wouldn't have published it because she doesn't want her friend Albie Shore feature there.
Right.
Yeah,
this is what I was told, that it needed to be somebody who was not so closely linked to anybody and who had no loyalties towards anybody.
That makes sense.
But why say that he was doing it for Tupac?
Right.
Because he's saying that, let's say that he is retired from it. Let's say that he's retired from it.
No, I don't think he's taking it out of context. No.
I'm not saying that he's doing it for Tupac. I think he's probably saying it because Tupac is involved. There is an investigation ongoing about whether Diddy or not is involved in the murder of Tupac. There is that link there.
Well, you see, that's why I asked him. I said to him, "Were you generalizing when you said that you're doing this for Tupac? Is this are you generalizing handing over the USB sticks?" Right, as what you're doing.
We don't know what else is in that USB stick. That's the thing. We don't know what's in the USB things. So we don't know but we do know that Tupac's family is starting a lawsuit, or they have paid for an investigator, PI, to look into it and see if they can gather enough evidence to have the case reopened, just like they're trying to do with J-Lo. There's a lot of things that are ongoing at the moment. And for me, it seems, because the guy was very clear in saying, I am not friends with anybody. I'm not friends with you because Jaguar was extremely upset that her friend, Albie Shore, was included in that chapter. So I am absolutely convinced that had that USB drive had been sent to her, she would have never published that book, or she would have removed that chapter from the book.
Right.
Well, are they not saying that they want to remove all the names from the book? Also, big shout out to Dan in the side chat. How are you? The most beautiful woman in the world. How are you?
Well, he's not my friend. I don't understand why people are being a little bit dumb on this side chat. I'm not friends with anybody, but people, that's a good question. Why was it sent to him? Jaguar unwittingly answered that she was upset that her friend Albie Shore was named in that chapter in that book. She was incredibly angry about it. And then she's saying that, Kim Porter this and Kim Porter, why don't you talk about the lives that this woman saved? Maybe that was Kim Porter's way of saving other people's life, for people to showcase the depravity of that environment that we don't know anything about.
I understand, but at the same time, the question is, if he brings Tupac in that situation, and Tupac has nothing to do with the freak off. Tupac has nothing to do with all the underage, blah, blah, blah. Because Diddy, his sin, he doesn't have one sin. He have 1,000 sins. So that sins that we were talking about with Kim Porter is not the same sin that happened with Tupac. And him talking about Tupac then not being, it's weird. And why? Like, he said that he never read the book, he never did this, he never did that, and it's because he was out of the industry. But why are you coming out if you're just like the messenger? When the book was coming out, why?
Because people are pulling him in. People are pulling him in.
I'll get to you next, Letitia. I'll get to you next.
I'm gonna forget.
People, whether you want it or not, because he's the messenger. And I'm not saying he's a reliable one, but because he's the messenger and he's the one who was in charge of, I'm sure I don't know if he got paid for it. He probably did, because he's not going to put himself through all of this without a handsome amount of money. I assume that. I'm not saying he did. Okay. But I assume if somebody's giving you that and you publish this book, get this published, we're going to give you X amount of money, just get it done and over, He probably didn't really think there was that much if we take him at his word that he didn't read it, because I can see him not doing it. And then the whole thing explodes, and then he's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, So he could be having, what did I get myself into kind of moment with this thing.
For sure.
So yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying that the guy is clearly, but we can all agree in this panel that had that USB been sent to Jaguar, she would have never published it, because some of the people
I disagree. I think she probably would have. Again, though,
No, Ron, were we not watching before the thing that how she was really angry because Albie Shores? That would be very
Yeah, but you just
disingenuous to
remove it. You
say
just
that.
remove the yeah, but you just
But
remove
that's
the
the
name.
problem. That is the problem because in the other chapters there are other people that she may know. So what? So that means that all the book ends up edited.
Yeah, but I think that was the reason why Albie Shores mentioned because Albie Shores in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's why.
that's what she
Yeah,
was
that's
angry before
100%
that.
why. That's
But
why.
I
Albie
But
Shores.
Lady Latisha wanted to say something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let her
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
So I heard that originally Kim Porter was going to give the USB drives to someone else, but the person that she gave it to, didn't want to do it, so
Right.
he ended up with it.
Yep.
Mm.
That's the problem, you know,
He
like
was a
Leticia, you're
neutral
right.
party, and he stepped in to help. Is pretty much what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Lady
Or
Leticia, you know,
or maybe he was paid by the Illuminati to be like a Scrooge, right? And maybe all the USB drives have got tiny nukes in them, right? And then as soon as they put them in the computer, all of Diddy's files are going to explode, and everyone that's involved in it's going to explode, and then the Avengers are going to come in, and it's going to get crazy.
I want the
you know what
glasses.
it is, Ron?
Oh
You know
my
what it is, Ron?
God.
You know
But
what
I
it is?
still think he's really weird. I still
Yeah,
think that
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
absolutely,
weird
absolutely.
because for
Ron,
me, when I look at him, he does, like when I'm talking about Courtney, he does weird sign. He talks about Tupac. He doesn't talk about Kim, but you publish it because he chose the name, because the man that published the book, he didn't choose to write the book under the name Jamal something. I don't remember
Right.
what's the pseudonym of Tupac. He decided to do that. So there is a reason why he keeps on bringing back to Tupac as if that would be a reason for him to be in that situation, when
Well,
in
Chris Todd picked the
reality
name
He
of the
never
book.
Tupac
gave us a
hasn't.
reason.
Yeah, Tupac has no reason to be to have a link with Kim Porter. And so for me, that's the thing that don't make sense, because I understand that he could have received the book because he's out of it, and Jaguar wouldn't have published the book. That I agree with Paula for sure, because she is a loyal person, and she has a lot of feeling towards the people that are involved in that situation. So
Yeah.
sending it to a third
Yes,
party is understandable. But when I look at Courtney, I'm just like, you, except if literally you're just a FedEx like transporter,
I agree.
why was it you? And why are you talking about Tupac? And why can't you even say a good memory that you have with Tupac, but you want to link that book because he is the one that decided to link the book to Tupac? What does Tupac have to do with that situation when it's about Kim and her pain? And like I said, I understand that she probably did wanted to like protect other people by saying everything that Diddy was doing in those party. But at the same time, would she really, like, she wants to protect stranger, but she wouldn't want to protect her kids? Like, that's the father of her kids. How she was talking about it, she was extremely vulgar in that book. She was making a lot of grammatical mistakes. And Kim Porter is someone that's educated and that knows how to write. She knows how to say the word discernment. Yes, Ron? So
No,
you
no, okay, all right.
Smackdown, baby, smackdown.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
so
Yeah, it took me a second there.
so for me, I'm just like, it's weird that that man was chosen. It's weird that he insists on putting Tupac's name on that situation, when Tupac's situation is not about the freak off. It's about everything that, you know,
Well, didn't Kim
the fact
Porter
that
used to date him, Tupac?
That's what I thought, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
did she?
Was there not
he
questions
did.
over
Yep.
some of the children as well?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I just want to say,
Those-
Kimberly Porter, thank you very, very much again for your super chat. And it's a very good point. What I'd like to do is finish discussing what we're discussing, and then I want to bring this point back up. I just want to make sure it's starred.
I just
Well,
want to
the
make a
question
small
with the
point on
name.
here. I just want to make a small point. People
Yeah.
say, why was he chosen? Okay. A lot of people don't understand, and you and I know this, Ron. and maybe Leticia or whatever, we get it. People do send information to the mainstream media and to people, but they choose not to show it. So they end up reaching out to people like you, Ron, like me,
Yep,
YouTubers,
yep,
like the maid. I have a channel, and the maid ended up talking to me. The maid, a former maid to Meghan Markle, ended up talking to me because she had reached out to all the mainstream media, to huge YouTubers, and none of them wanted to feature her interview. Okay, so they end up contacting, they go and the higher end to, like, she thought people in the mainstream media would want to know her story, and she provided
Mhm.
backups, she provided proof. Nobody was interested in that. So
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder
because she went mainstream with it, though. That's the problem. If you go to the mainstream, you're going to be up against the people who own the mainstream, who also own the people that you're trying to out, and they're going to control the narrative, and they're going to change the narrative to discredit you. And that's the sad case of it all.
Look at Piers Morgan, ended up apologizing for having Jaguar there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and this is the mainstream media owned by Rupert Murdoch, because I don't know if
Yep.
you guys know, but Uncensored is not completely owned by Piers Morgan. It's half owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, he's about as mainstream as it gets
His
in here.
3-year contract was due, or is about to be due this year. I don't know if it's already re-signed or renegotiated. So he had to apologize for somebody else's opinion, which is unheard of.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
So that's why
especially on a show called Uncensored.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I have got
it's ironic.
Yeah, no, but what people say, why did they may talk to you, Paula? Because she had reached to other people. Nobody wanted to give her a platform.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because it's not the thing. So maybe he was not the most ideal person. Clearly, he's unreliable, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying he is. I know that people who support him, but I'm saying that maybe he is the messenger. He finds himself caught in there. He for some reason is making these things up about Tupac. Kim Porter apparently dated Tupac. There is a link of some sorts, but now he's caught in this media storm. And for me, the way I perceive it is that he was given this thing. He was probably given some money, printed out. Amazon said, "Oh, we can't print that stuff out because it's too racy." So they had to tone it down, because he has said in public that he had to tone it down. And this is why he's selling the rated R version directly himself, right?
Correct.
So because he hadn't read it, I can see him now, because and now that he has gotten so much, it's like when you suddenly find yourself with a hot potato in your hand. I think it's a bad thing, and he should just come on clean and say, you know what, I'm just the middleman. I got paid for this because nobody else wanted to publish it. And now that it's been published, it's creating all this shitstorm, and everybody wants to talk to me. I don't know any of these folks. I just put it out there because according to what I was told, this Kim Porter wanted it out there. And if it upsets people how Kim Porter is speaking, maybe they didn't know her that well. They don't know, but that's what she wanted put out.
Maybe. Like,
yeah, I mean, totally allegedly, because I mean, I'm pretty sure it was said that the chapter that caused all the issues was added in. I mean, again, I'm not fully piecing it all together, I don't think. But listen, let's jump back into this. I'm gonna cut.
But why was he doing the triangle? Because the thing is with that man, like, not only does he keep on bringing Tupac, who has such a teeniest, like such a small link to Kim Porter. Maybe they dated, maybe they together, but Tupac has with a lot of person. So who cares that he knew her or dated her?
Yeah.
Why does he keep on bringing the name of Tupac in that situation?
It's not even bringing up the name of Tupac. It's just, why can't you answer the question? Why is it every time I ask this man a question, does he not have an answer? When we've seen him being interviewed, and it's one of them. It's just weird. It's weird. But listen,
there's a very good question there that says, why isn't he going around with bodyguards? You know why? Because I think everybody who's involved in this holy shit show, they know that he knows nothing. He was just a messenger. So,
or maybe he knows he's protected.
No,
maybe he knows he's protected with his triangle. I'm so sorry.
Did he give you that he knows anything?
Yeah, that was weird.
He was doing the triangle, which is a sign that Jay-Z does all the time. Okay. Yeah. And we know that maybe he doesn't need protection because he's already protected. So maybe he
and it was
doesn't need
the timing. It was
Mentioned
the
it.
timing of the. It was the timing of it too. The timing was very suspicious.
Tell your boss.
Oh my God, yeah. So for
Yeah.
me, I feel like he was giving a message. He chose the name Tupac for her reason. Like, I don't think that man is just bumbling around and, just being a messenger. I think everything he does is extremely calculated, which is why he decides
Interesting.
what he. Yeah, he is the one who decides what he answer or what he doesn't answer. Because when I was
Correct.
looking at him and the thing, when he was like, "Oh, Jaguar, I want to listen. I want to answer. I want to answer." And then Jaguar was muted, and then automatically he was like, "I want to hear what she says." That's
Right.
That's not a stupid person. That's someone who knows what he's doing. That's someone who
Yeah.
doesn't want to
It's getting
answer
past the
and is
point,
trying
right?
to manipulate the system. So for me, I maybe Tupac had a relationship with Kim. I don't think it matters. He could have said the Kim Porter's word from Faith Evans. There's a lot of people that are linked in that situation. But me, I don't even find it weird that maybe he would be the one to receive the book, like Paula was saying. Maybe like nobody wanted it until him. But what I find weird is the fact that he keeps on putting it as a link to Tupac. He keeps on doing the triangle. He keeps on saying that he's friends with nobody, but he is in like everywhere. He's everywhere right now. So for me, I'm like, he's not an idiot. That is not true.
Well,
I
how
don't
about
believe
this?
he is.
How about this, right? Because he said that he got it indirectly, right? I'm right in saying that. So what if the person that he got it off was absolutely terrified of what he was handed and just wanted to pan it off to someone? And that's why he's such a bizarre player in this whole story, because someone is just
that's what I just said, Ron. That is what I just said, that nobody wanted that hot potato. I am pretty sure that Kim would know that. If any,
then why did he want it?
But because maybe he doesn't care and he has no links to anybody. People
he
have
doesn't
asked,
care. He looks terrified.
Yeah, now he does, but probably at the time he didn't think it was.
Well, maybe, right?
He
The
wouldn't
person
know.
went, no, wait, Maggie. If I was the person who had all this, right? And Maggie, you're Courtney, right? And you're the only guy I know with a massive safe. And I say to you, Courtney, I'm going to give you some of my personal belongings in this envelope. Can you just stick them in your safe for me? And then like 5 years later, I ping you a text and go, oh, by the way, here's what's in that envelope. You're going to have to deal with that. I'm just saying, if we're going to speculate, we can because if there's ways of tricking people into something, if you're friends with them. I've accidentally left this at your house. Here's another one.
Diddy was known in Hollywood as the devil. So not someone publishing a book about his ex baby mama, and you don't know that he was going to do that. You don't know that it was going to be a hot potato. Lies. It's Diddy.
I mean,
we're not talking about a random person. We're talking about one of the devil of Hollywood. So he
but
knew
we're all speculating though. This is the thing, we're all speculating.
Oh yeah, we're all speculating.
So basically,
but I just
everyone's right.
That.
Everyone's right and everyone's wrong.
But the question is very good. Why him? Just like when people question why I get these interviews or whatever, because you know what, these people try to talk. Ali Carter, why is she talking now? More mainstream media wants to have her, but before she was going to the bottom of the bottom, little known channels, the only channels who would hear her out. And those are the channels that she's sticking with, because she's saying, I got an email back because I wanted to have her in my channel, right? And then she said that, you know what, she's sticking to what she knows, because they've been speaking for, where were these people when she was speaking for years, risking her life when she needed their help? Now, as soon as Diddy's down, nobody wanted to hear her when Diddy was up and powerful. But now that Diddy's down, now they're suddenly all brave.
I'm with you. We keep going over that same analogy, right? But it's one of those things. I want to get back to this video now. We've gone around in circles with this. So it's weird that he's in charge of it. It's weird that he's even in this.
Why not him? Why not?
Listen, because we're moving on, Letitia, right? We're moving on. That's why. Okay. So let me just, also that's another thing I want to do. Can we all just do me a favor, right? can we just all do me a favor and like and share? It would really make a big difference for me. Little share. If you're watching on your TV and you're like, I don't know how to do it, it's easy. I checked it. It's not that hard. Use your phone. You're an adult. Okay, get your kid's tablet. Okay, get your kid's tablet or something.
You know that my friend in the police department in New York has told me that even now, in spite of the fact that Diddy is in jail, they are still horrified, not because of Diddy, but because they have to protect the people around Diddy. It's not that much Diddy's in jail or he's going to send people
You mean
to
the
have
people out here?
But it's just that the people in power, or really the ones that are still out there that were his buddies, they are still very powerful.
They're the ones that put him there.
Very powerful. They even said, you know, that we know that he even told me we're not even allowed to mention their names in regards to the lawsuit.
Listen,
or this is insane. And I'm sure one of those names is Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I'm with you, but I'm telling you now, he's been put there by these people. Okay. The only reason that he had to be put there is because he's hidden a bunch of stuff. Okay. He's hidden a bunch of things that is going to keep him alive. And the only reason he never got old Yellard, he will be rotting somewhere right now. And I mean rotting. Okay. If my theory is true, if he's you know, messed up with Sirocco or whatever the booze company is, if he's went over the line, if he's done this, or if he's maybe mouthed off about, oh, well, you know, King and Queen of the Illuminati, I have this on you, and he's taken it too far, and he's just been shut down. And that's where I'm going for. I'm so deep in the occult and the ritualistic side of all of it. All of this ritualistic stuff. It's the bigger picture that's going to fall into place with my investigation.
My friend policeman said in New York, he said, you know, that case that you can relate to is the Madeleine McCann case, how the government gave orders not to investigate the parents. Spite of the fact that they should, they're the natural go-to, and the things that they've said collide so much. The police in New York have been instructed not to go to and investigate people like Oprah, people like Jay-Z, people like Beyonce. It's like they have been told those names cannot be linked to the investigation. Let's concentrate on Diddy, his family, and the close associates. But
I completely agree. That's because they are the ones who own the media. Exactly. Yeah. And it's true. It's 100% true. Also, some of you didn't like and share. I mean, I did explain that you're all adults, and if you could like and share, and then some of you just didn't do it. So if you could just take a minute, I will start reading from the dictionary until everyone likes and shares. I'll do it. All right. I will just sit here, and you've heard me reading, right? I'll start with the big words. I'll start with the real big words. Okay. So if you could do that. Right, let's jump back into this. Let's find some more stuff to get triggered by, and then argue amongst ourselves. Let's go.
And I'm just like, wow, I haven't said a word.
Well, Sean, I'm going to tell you this. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. The whole night you haven't said a word. That's the way, my G. Okay, I'm not going to bust the boss's chops. I'm going to not bust this.
You might be in the process of making one of the most viral videos that you're going to have.
I can tell you we had nothing to do with creating the most viral video on the internet. That's like saying you did a great job of setting that hand grenade off in your hand. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because what you just saw was a real one go up against an op. And to all of the victims, I'm gonna keep doing it for you.
She does remind me of a Marvel character. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like I'd be all right if she was the one rescuing me from a house fire. I'd be like, oh, Jag's here. Everything's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
And to all of the survivors, I'm not going to stop because I'm one of you. And like I ask people on my live streams over at my channel, the Jaguar Wright Effect, don't forget to at least pray for one victim or one survivor today. Pray for their strength, their courage, and their healing. Pick one, anyone, even if it's me. But let's keep building up that positive, high energy that we need to help propel a lot of these people who are so afraid forward. And if you saw me express any anger with the Burgess person,
if we saw you express some anger, I'm sorry. Were you were just on the podcast, right? Look at your wee cheeky smile. There we go. There's the cheeky one. If you thought we were a bit angry, come on.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta move around. You already know it's hot in these streets. I gotta change locations. Sean, roll.
Much love.
Love you guys, and let me know. I'll come back. We got something to talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So then Jaguar leaves. Oh wow, what is going on here?
Do the last part when she
What
leaves.
is-
You and Sean.
Oh yeah, someone needs some. Can someone just make sure you clip that? Someone get a screenshot of that for Randy with that facial expression.
Ron,
will
why
have
are you so hot? This is
No,
beautiful.
no. This is what my
Who
eyes.
is the
You look like
who is the fairest of them all?
No. This is like. Do you know? This is why I imagine I'll be look like when I'm found on the floor after too much freaking partying one weekend. That's it right there. That is a glimpse into the future. That is what a paramedic is going to
The
find.
future, the past. You want to tell me that you never were in that position before?
Let's carry on. Just allowed it to happen. Okay.
How do you stop that, Ron? How do you stop that, Ron?
I don't know. I'm just busting your chops.
All right, can I have 30 seconds?
I'm sorry for listeners and y'all.
Of course.
Okay, right there. This is whatever I'm looking at the side chat. Everybody's talking about the hand symbols and all this stuff. You see how he's got his hands? I asked him about that. I said, because everybody went back crazy about it.
Yeah.
He said, man, I have sat with my hands like that. He said, I'm not. He couldn't
totally
say Illuminati. Hang on.
I agree. So what you're saying is he's demonstrated how he puts all his fingers together like this and sits like that, right?
I do the same thing when I'm sitting.
Totally. So let me just interject.
Do you do that
Wait
when you're
for it.
talking
Wait for it. Ron's cooking. Let Ron cook. All right, let's just get to here. Wait for it. Just freaking hold. All right. So
he put it way up.
So we've got one part here, right?
I tried several times to get him to put his camera down some too, so we could see him better, but he never looked at his phone.
Okay, so we had that one moment there. Okay.
And see, that's not actually the symbol.
Wait for it. I'm cooking. I'm still cooking.
Okay, but that was not the symbol.
Wait for
that
it.
was all fingers. The symbol's done with your index and your thumb.
Just
that was
wait
all of his
for
fingers,
it.
right?
Yeah, okay, but if you're explaining that to Courtney, I imagine that's how he's going to remember it. But he can't remember being Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Corey is trying to be subtle, Shane.
Yep.
Maybe he doesn't want us to be like literally. Let's put all the fingers like that.
You know
but
that Mr. Courtney Burgess's exact quote was, "I'm not in no Illuminati. I don't know what that is." And he said, "I put my hands like that, like any other man does when they're sitting still." And again,
he was doing it at specific. Yeah, that's true. But
quoting from the source, you're asking. I'm letting you know. I've spoken to the man we're talking about. So
here, listen. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Everybody's in the side chat. Oh, he put his hands together. I'm like,
Ron, can you put the audio?
Because
he does the hand symbol at specific moment. Like let's say that she's gonna talk about the people watching, and he's gonna be like, it's not like at a random moment. That's why I would just want to check that.
More of a.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those things, though, Shane. Right? It's one of those open and interpretation. Do I think that Courtney is one of the bloodletted members of the Illuminati? Probably not. Do I believe that someone from the Illuminati dropped a bag off at his house full of freaking evidence many years ago and he didn't bother opening it? Probably.
Do you think somebody that's this easy to get out and talk to the press and get on YouTube channels?
It depends what the motive is, bro. It depends what the motive is. This is the thing. It depends what the motive is.
And again,
so
I'm just repeating what he told me because I said people were asking. He laughed. He literally giggled at it. He's like, what that is, So,
man, I have people come up to me and ask me a couple of times if I'm in the Illuminati. Like if I've been in McDonald's, 2 kids have been like, "Are you in the Illuminati?" No, I'm in the triple Illuminati. Stay in school, right? watch from 56 on. Yeah, we're about here, right? Let's listen.
Ooh, look at the spicy side chat comments. I'm ruffling feathers. I love it.
So, Courtney, I think Jaguar is suspicious of allegedly where you came from and how you got to be such a prolific figure so fast within the realm of this. But, and I mean, am I right in saying you've got 35 years connection with Diddy, right?
No, I'm not connected to Diddy no type of way. I never been to his parties.
Yeah, I completely got. It was 35 years in the industry. I got that wrong. That was the actual quote I was meant to be going for. Was that it was 35 years in the music industry or the industry. The person I'm talking about there. So apologies.
No, he said Tupac. Who that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. With Tupac, but no, I was completely referring to someone else. That was.
Do what you do, Dad. Do what you do.
Oh, I will. To the fullest.
Do what you do.
To the fullest. This changes nothing. Go back and tell your boss.
Ooh.
So just let me pick up the label a little bit here, Jack. Right. So if we're saying there's a massive like puppeteer behind Courtney, right? Where do you land then with the? That's the finger one. That's the right, Shane. So here we go. So he's no longer using all of his fingers, right? So 5702, because I'm going to mess this up and we're all going to have to sit through me trying to find this again. So it's 5702, okay?
Can you see the bottom? His bottom fingers? Where's it? I mean,
oh, listen, I can't see no one.
Even I can tell that he's doing a sign and it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, we don't know. We're not going to sit here and say anything. We're just going to let the public decide because that's what we do on podcasts. We just let them all come to their own decision. That's the intelligent way of podcasting and way more better for legal reasons.
Do we realize that for 56 minutes he didn't do that sign? And then and 1 minute he did the sign 3 times when Jaguar Wright was like, go back to your master, blah 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 blah. Like there is a moment that he decides to do the sign.
I'm with you.
Like,
I'm on board. I'm on board.
I did find it creepy. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, oh, blah blah blah, and then as if he was like, okay, that woman cannot be controlled. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's how I felt.
Let's watch it again because I get your have the kahunas to see through to the end. I'm paraphrasing.
He knows. He knows.
I don't know. That's how I know she's something wrong with her.
All your warnings, all of your warnings, let it go. Stop talking about people. Go back and tell your boss that I said.
So, Courtney, I think Jaguar is suspicious of allegedly where you came from and how you got to be such a prolific figure so fast within the realm of this. But, and I mean, am I right in saying you've got 35 years connection with Diddy, right?
No, I'm not connected to Diddy no type of way. I never been to his parties.
Yeah, I completely got wrong the person I'm talking about there. So apologies.
No, he said Tupac. Who that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, with Tupac, but no, I was completely referring to someone else. That was
do what you do, Dad. Do what you do.
Oh, I will. To the fullest.
Do what you do.
To the fullest.
He did this as soon as he. I want
this changes nothing. Go back and tell your boss.
So just let me pick at the label a little bit here, Jack. Right. So if we're saying there's a massive like puppeteer behind Courtney, right? Where do you land then with the U.S.
There it is again.
Dude, that's just a blatant triangle being made like this.
3 times.
Exactly.
So let me just give you the benefit on the doubt. So let me finish and let me just take you through this, right? So right, Courtney's like this, right? Okay. So if I'm doing things with my hands, right, let's say that I can't stop doing this, right? I'm doing them with my hands here. Do you know how unnatural it is for me to do this? Right? Up here. If I'm fidgeting, I'm down here. And let's be honest, we're down here, right? All right, this is how we do it. This is how the
But he had it by his mouth.
So if my hands are down here, and then I've got to, if I've got to then come up, I mean, this is a long way, man.
Put it
This
by
is
your
a-
chin.
You know he's sitting at a desk, right, with his elbows on there, with his thumbs under his chin at some point too. So
Yeah, but
Okay,
Shane, he did
well,
lift it
guys,
specifically.
Okay. Let's
it's
adjust the
okay.
angle.
I've had more
Let's adjust the
conversations
angle.
with him than anybody has this week, and I've asked him these questions, and he's laughed at it. It's so
Yeah, but that's listen. I get what you're saying. I get what your point is.
Shane, what
everybody have
what
fun with it.
reaction do you want? Shane, what reaction did you want from him to say stuff like, "Yeah, I am Illuminati"? Like, of course he's gonna laugh.
I think it's a point that's pointless to really go over because you're never gonna know. You know, let's
No,
worry
we're
about
not going over the
that's
point.
true,
No. We're not going over the point. I'm sorry, but at no point is I'm just pointing out what has happened on a screen and
know,
when
but
it's
it's like
happened.
you look at somebody making a hand gesture that's normal that people have done.
No,
for-
it's not a normal hand gesture. I completely disagree.
Well,
Completely
I tell you what,
disagree.
when
It's
I
a
worked
very
in office
specific.
and I sat
It's
at
a
my
very
desk,
specific.
most of the
Everybody
time
should
I would
try
take a
it.
break.
Try it.
I would
Yeah,
put my
it's a
fingers
very
together.
specific handshake,
I
hand
would put-
signal.
Okay, I would put my
And-
fingers together and put my thumbs under my chin to rest my face. And
Yeah, but that's not what's happening. That's not what's
But
happening.
it looks just
what
like
you
what
do.
he's doing is what I'm getting out to you. People do
Okay,
it.
well, I beg
Okay,
to differ.
but
Let's watch it. Let's watch it one
Shane-
more time. Let's watch it one more
Can
time.
you put in slow
Shane,
motion, Ron?
just
So
one
people can watch it?
thing, just one thing.
Sure, go ahead,
Shane,
Maggie.
Shane, when you like the triangle would mean nothing on its own, but it's the moment that he says it, and it's when she's saying something, like
And look at
when
her
she's
face.
Yeah, but
saying
the
that
thing
it's
is,
not
though,
true.
The great
Because-
thing is because we're on a podcast, we don't have to explain that to anyone because we're just letting people make up their own mind, and that's
No,
exactly what we're
sure.
going to do here.
Look at Jaguar's face. It changes the first time he does that.
Yeah, it's
face changes.
in.
And
I
that's
think
when
you
she
know her
does
face.
the
And starts talking about your balls.
Yeah, I've slowed it down, and we've got. Hang on a minute, we've got a little bit to go.
Well, the only thing I think is initially we're thinking this guy. Everybody's talking about how slow and deliberate he is
There we go, number
understanding
one.
things.
Like
Come on.
what, Shane? At what point do you put that's over his eye? It's over his eye.
Yeah, he's up here.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm sorry.
Again, everybody can believe in all that. I don't. You know, I'm just taking what the man told me. He said, "Nope, I'm not." And,
But
you know,
he's clearly
everybody's like,
lying.
well, of course he's
Even
gonna
I,
lie.
because even I can see where, you know what, this is one of the things it's called gaslighting, that he wants us. This is the great thing about the internet. He did these things and he's telling you, don't believe what I did. Don't believe your eyes. That is gaslighting 101. I mean, I am sitting here and my hands would be like this. Can you
Yeah.
imagine what I have to do in order to do that? You know,
Yeah, I just want to officially say my stance on this is you have made a triangle with your fingers, put it up to your eye deliberately, whether it was for a laugh, whether you've seen it online, maybe you just downloaded TikTok and you've got into meme culture. Who knows? But it happened for whatever reason. I'm not going to give you a reason for why it happened.
Ooh-wee,
I'm just
yes.
pointing out exactly what happened. I'm not saying why it happened. I'm not smart enough. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that I could possibly put together in my head any fathomable reason that could connect to the Diddy case for someone to
I
make a
saw that.
triangle and put it up to their eye. I'm just not smart enough. Okay.
But it's not only about the triangle, it's about the context. Like,
Oh, I'm
look
with you.
at
Oh, I'm with
when
you.
she was
100%.
like, she was saying something that was like, I will not disappear. I do not believe you. And she's calling people to prove that he doesn't make sense.
Yep.
And that's the moment that he
Yep.
decides
And
to
you
do
know
that.
what, Shane? I'll write off every other incident in this live stream. Every incident where he's got his hands like this and does that, I will write off as exactly as what you have said. It is a man doing normal things with his hands. But there's a big difference between doing this and then doing this.
56, 58.
Yeah, that would look
I
deliberate.
just think you guys are wasting a lot of time on nothing, but it's up to y'all. And it's, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, this is what the side chat wants, my guy.
Let's just look at in slow motion.
I gotta go,
I
guys.
think
I'll
it's
talk
slow
to you
All right,
later.
brother. See you later on.
Then he raises it.
There we go. You know, even beforehand when
We're
he's
not even at the. We're not even there yet. That was just one of the little cheeky
That
ones.
was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
But even before he does the sign, he's like threatening her. He's like this.
Yeah, he pointed to her.
Yeah.
Watch his facial reaction to this. Watch the facial reaction.
I just think it's weird. I think it's deliberate. That's all I can say. I don't know if it means that he is in the Illuminati, if he's a Freemason, but this is deliberate. And it is done at a moment where Jaguar Wright is standing her ground.
And look at her
for
face.
me, that's weird.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, at some point, this man decided to do this at a very suspicious time of the interview. I think we're all adults here and can make up our own mind about stuff. We don't need to spell it out for people. We don't need to.
And he's very
we don't need to fuel conspiracy, right, guys? But I think we all kind of know the implications behind that symbol, what it ties back to, and the fact that in the modern era, for some reason, it's apparently the signal for Jay-Z's company, right?
Yeah.
But for my whole life, it's been the symbol for the Illuminati, right? So it seems a bit weird that the people who are meant to apparently be the king and queen of said Illuminati, right, have now got adopted the one signal, right, in the world that connects them to said Illuminati, right? And now we've got this guy who,
that was pretty weird. I gotta say that was very weird and very intentional. From what I see, it was very intentional, and the way he was. This is not a man who was upset about. You know what the impression I got is like he's letting his little pet vent, and then he goes, "Beware, beware." You know,
he could also be doing amateur photography and was maybe trying to line up a shot, right? But got the triangle wrong. Maybe he's using a weird lens. All right. Benefit of the doubt here, Courtney. All right. Playing both sides for you here, my guy. It just, all I'm saying, Mr. Courtney, is you decided to do this. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on every one of them. Every one apart from that one, right? Every one where you did this, I'm happy to give you the benefit of the doubt on, because that's the smart thing to do. But we're going to dial in on that one thing though, right? We're going to dial in hard. All right. Because it was odd. And it wasn't odd. It wasn't even that it was odd from a human movement point of view. You're right down there, Letitia. You okay down there? We can see you. You there? There was a wave. All right, nice one. It was exactly what we've all been saying. It lined up with certain moments in the conversation. And it was almost like when someone lets their guard down, when someone lets something slip out, but it was a non-verbal slip. Because, hey, wouldn't we all just be so crazy to be putting forward a narrative where a hand signal may have slipped here and there during a conversation that was heated? Do you see what I mean? And you know, I'll be honest with you though, I wouldn't put it past Courtney, someone just DMing him and going, listen, I'll give you $150 if when you're on this live stream, just put a triangle up like this on the screen and put your eye next to it, right? I mean, that could also be what has happened. But am I saying that Courtney is secretly part of some huge thing? No, come on.
No, but it was weird to do the sign, even if it's not about the Illuminati. He did the sign of Jay-Z towards Jaguar.
Oh yeah, that's
a vocal, exactly.
Right.
Who is a vocal, like you know, against Jay-Z.
Yeah, but
and
also,
it was just weird.
But also part of the team that let a white dude use the name Jamal. They're known for being pretty bold, Maggie. They're pretty bold. Okay.
But for me, it's not even the Jamal. Like, it's a black name, I guess we can say that. But for me, the thing is, why use the Jamal and the family name that is clearly the pseudonym of Tupac? So that for me, I'm just like, what? And then doing the symbol of Jay-Z and then saying that he's no one's friends. And then just putting out a book and then saying, I never read it. And his whole narrative is really bizarre.
That is bizarre that he never read it.
It's three triangles.
You didn't read it?
It's three triangles. It's not one triangle. It's called a vul knot. Vul knot. Google it.
Vul knot.
Yes. This is the fist of judgment right here. All right.
And we know that we know that Hollywood is weird about those, you know, those type of magic and everything, because there is a reason why DIDDY has a big tattoo of Ursula. Like, she was the one that helped with the Asian Revolution. She made, like, they called her when they were doing the Asian Revolution to be able to free themselves from the slavers, and they killed 1,000 white people for that. So for me, I'm just like, it's weird that now there is that all Illuminati, there is that all black magic, there is that whole like. I think that when I look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, they kind of look like Baron Samedi and Maman Brigitte, and those are two really strong lois in the Asian voodoo religion. So it's just all weird.
It's a bit mad, is what it is. Do you know what we call it in the industry, Madge? It's fishy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so
it is
fishy.
So fishy, right?
Yes.
Fishy. We actually had Chris Todd on over the weekend, I do believe.
Yeah, he was just on. He was upset.
Everyone's upset. Everyone just comes here to vent. All right. Apparently, Sean Atwood. If you have a problem, do you need to get something off your chest? Contact the Sean Atwood team today. But yeah, we had Chris Todd on. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you're telling me to get him on again.
Said that they both had the book together. At first,
Yeah.
he wasn't saying that, but now he is.
Yeah, he definitely came out with some stuff. Did Chris?
He's got both books.
Yeah, I'm looking in the wrong section. That's why we can't find it. What a moron. Where are we? Here we go. Chris Todd. Yeah, we were watching this yesterday.
We were.
Yeah, we were. We may jump back into that because we kind of got into that. So listen, I think we've covered the suspicious hand signals. All right. Officially, my take on this officially is I'm writing off everything apart from that one, like where he does this. Okay. Too suspicious. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on all of that. Okay. Then I just want to see if I can catch a bit where we're at the end and I'm giving him some questions. Let me just see if I can find.
He doesn't answer them.
Mm.
Can't hear you, Ron. Can't hear you, Ron.
Ron, you're on mute.
I was saying really nice things about you, Letitia.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I wasn't saying how I was building a narrative and how I was building to that. Just forget about that. Letitia, let's just cut to the chase. He doesn't answer anything, right? He doesn't answer anything. CB has an interview in Hip Hop Herald. That is very good to know. We shall check that out. But let me just see if we can get to a couple of these questions that I asked, because I feel like he dodged them, but I thought maybe last night I was going crazy.
Knowing that it was a huge risk.
DIDDY. I mean, you can sort of foresee the snowball that's going to come with that. I mean, that was a
attorney not for the same thing.
Why did you wait years to release the information?
I didn't wait years. Sometimes when you're in the business, you sell, you know, I was in a predicament that you gotta, cutting corners, just take the money and run with it.
What?
Interesting. I'm just going to play that back. So we're at.
Yeah. Take the money and run.
No, nothing about it. Shona became my lawyer the day I was subpoenaed to go to grand jury. And before then, I don't think she was trying to sell it, not to my knowledge.
What was the name of the Tupac album you produced?
Hail Mary. Hit him up.
Why did you wait years to release the information?
I didn't wait years. Sometimes when you're in the business, you sell, you know, I was in a predicament that you gotta, cutting corners, just take the money and run with it.
Who were the other minors besides Justin and Jaden?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He mentioned it. That's why he asked the question.
1 second. What do you think of independent artists?
Great. Independent artists only because they don't have a promotion department. You put a promotion department in your independent, you become a major. That's what make a major artist. Is only missing a promotion department.
So if he's industry, if you're in the industry, wouldn't you already have an attorney? This person's saying that Ariel is a strange choice.
Well, she's not. I never needed a criminal, or there's two different types of lawyers for everything. You got entertainment for contracts, you got criminal, and then you got lawsuit. Every attorney is not for the same thing.
Did you pick your lawyer?
We picked each other. She was already there in my face at the time when I needed it, and I was reading the letter, so I just got it.
Did your lawyer work on the R. Kelly case?
I don't know what cases she worked before then.
Where were you when Tupac was killed?
I was in Jersey.
Do you think that Diddy was like some kind of puppet master engineering the East Coast, West Coast beef to monetize?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Let's see. Are you the one that has been leaking the video since you had them all this time?
No.
Why did you get involved with the book, knowing that it was a huge risk?
At the time, it's like having a magazine. When you print a magazine out, you print. You don't know what it's going to turn into. It's like when you bury a seed, you don't know what it's going to turn into.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but when that seed is the diary and written word of the former partner of P. Diddy, I mean, you can sort of foresee the snowball that's going to come with that. I mean, that was a very
You're right. You're right. Especially with the type of seed. If you're going to make a pit bull with another pit bull, you know, full blood, you know, going to be a beast. You're right.
I just want to say, if I'm in a situation, right, where I want to try and make sure I can seem trustworthy to the people I'm talking to,
Right,
giving them little wins. Now, I'm not saying this is what's happening in any way, shape, or form. I just need to get the intrusive thoughts out, right? So this is going to sound bad, but you know when you're trying to manipulate someone, right? Or you're trying to coerce someone, or you're trying to like persuade someone to sort of gain their trust, you can act a little bit like this, if that makes sense. No, I'm not saying any of us have done any of this in the real world, but it doesn't take a major, you know, brain surgeon to figure out how manipulation works and all this kind of stuff. And again, I'm not saying that is what is happening, but there seems to be a lot of things that are prevalent in this. It might just be a very nice man realizing that I'm right and he's correcting himself. It could 100% be that. So if you're listening to me, hear that I'm saying, it could be either of these things. I'm just talking out loud on the internet. I really want a pair of his glasses, though. Let's continue on.
That man is really smart.
Duh, I shouldn't. That's the wrong answer to say. I just put it. It's more as doing it because somebody asked me to do it.
Have you actually viewed videos of Bieber and being?
I feel like I dropped the ball there. Like, what did he just say?
That his ex asked him to do it.
P. Diddy. I mean, you can sort of foresee the snowball that's going to come with that. I mean, that was a very
You're right. You're right. Especially with the type of seed. If you're going to make a pit bull with another pit bull, you know, full blood, you know, going to be a beast. You're right. Duh, I shouldn't. That's the wrong answer to say. I just put it. It's more as doing it because somebody asked me to do it.
have you actually viewed videos of Bieber and being bad things happening to him? That's what we're asking. Can't answer
I'm not
that.
going to answer that.
Are you making a movie?
Yes.
Don't you think that will bring on even more stress for you, Courtney, after the book?
Well, this book is going to be the beginning. It's not the ending.
Are you friends with Diddy's mother?
No, never met her.
Just to let you in a little bit of Ron Swanson lore, this is the death glare. Okay. Right. I'm currently locked in a mindset of I am being fully lied to right now. This is the death glare. So when you see it happening now, okay, and I just want to say big shout out to all the members this afternoon. I'm making new badges, new emojis, all of that. So during live streams, you'll have a "this is fishy" emoji that you can spam, all that kind of stuff. But this is the Ron Swanson death glare. Look out for it. It's fascinating.
Do you have any industry friends that can corroborate your claims?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you been threatened before this interview?
Every day.
So I imagine you're taking precautions. Then are you safe?
Yes.
Did you get the tapes from Cassie?
Can't answer that question.
All right, Ron. Do you wanna? I'll go and get the next batch of questions. Do you wanna talk to Courtney for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, Courtney, I'll be honest. I think I'm going to focus entirely just now on the good that can come from all of this, right? Which is the evidence that you've handed over and its potential to keep a monster behind bars. Let's be honest here. And I'm definitely not criticizing you for that. There was a question earlier from Jazzy's World, and it was asking when you were, I think it was on Matt Cox's interview a couple of months ago. They referred to it as your coming out interview. Was it after that the feds called, and was it then that you were forced to play your hand? Or have you done this all off the goodness of your heart?
No, that's two questions. One, I was forced to show my hand because I'm not gonna let nobody give me up. The feds didn't force me to do anything; they just did their job.
Okay. Which was what was that? Was their job forcing you to bring in the evidence?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't bring in the evidence. What happened? I was there, and they took the evidence from my phone.
Same thing.
And I'm sorry, you never handed in the evidence. You went there and they took it from you.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically you handing it in, though, right? I mean, we're talking about terminology.
No, when you go into the building like that, you gotta leave it downstairs. So
okay, yeah, no. Okay, yeah, okay, I beg your pardon. Okay.
And like I was like, here go the evidence. Here you go. When I got there, you can't go in there with nothing.
Okay.
No electronics.
And it was 92 you met Tupac, right?
Yes.
And the number 16 again, what was that?
I was thinking about the age of it. I was like that.
Okay. Yeah, good. You knew Tupac since 92, and yeah. Okay. And I mean, it's interesting for me. Like, what was one of you? Like, for example, I've always been a massive Tupac fan. So for me, like, let me just go fanboy a little bit here and sort of tell me what that was like. I mean, tell me your fondest memory of you and Tupac. I mean, like, help me try and get an understanding for it, because for me that is massive.
Me and him, it's like meeting somebody when you move to a school and you meet your first friend at a new school. Make sense? You know, move someone in the middle of
The question was, what is your fondest memory of Tupac? Not what was it like to meet Tupac? Okay.
Exactly. No, that man is smart. He knows how to deflect. He's a master deflector.
Yeah. All right. Listen, let's carry on because it's getting spicy.
Mm-hmm. School time, and then you end up meeting a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was.
Interesting. Excuse me, just while I hydrate, because
do you want me to go with the next batch of questions I've just pulled out?
Sure.
All right. So, why did they say they raided your house?
What did they say?
The feds.
I guess because the neighborhood I live in, when you see a cop car come up to somebody's house, and the way they park, you know, everybody got a phone in their hand today. You know.
So, did they serve you with legal paperwork that said we are raiding your house because of this reason?
Oh no, I can't answer that. What's it? Oh.
Jennifer is wondering when the last time you spoke to Jay-Z and what you chatted about.
Last time I spoke to Jay-Z, we checked about. I don't chat with Jay-Z. We're not boys or friends. We just wait, because we always see each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, different occasions, shows, street from Big L all the way up to doing at shows, events, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? The back to the thing, Hussein Fatal, may he rest in peace. Tupac didn't sign him. I signed Hussein Fatal. So that's how close I am. To relative.
I don't understand anything he's saying.
Getting asked, apart from pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, hard-boiled eggs,
I mean, I am
are there
trying.
any other
This is very Meghan Markle, or you know, it's like blah, 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 blah. It's like I'm saying. No, I'm saying. I mean, I know. I don't know what you're saying.
No, none of us do. No, I'm glad that you came in there, Paula, because yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding you. For the past 5 minutes,
you've
asked me a question. I still don't know what. I even forgot the question.
There are so many.
Right? Let's play. What was the question? That's what we're going to play. We're going to play. What was the question?
You know what, Ron? His tone of voice is very hypnotic. It's like, you know, like it almost.
There's something going on with these glasses too, Paula. I don't trust these glasses. These are these are Illuminati hypno glasses. I'm calling it. No, I'm kidding. Right? We're going to carry on.
No, but am I wrong? I don't understand anything he's talking about.
Listen, I'm just saying.
He's really good at that. He's really good at like deflecting and evading the question, but still kind of answer. Like he could make it seem like he's answering the question, but he's not.
Yeah.
Like
also, though, might just be doing his best. You never know.
And I don't know. Was shooken up with what just happened with him and Jaguar.
Was he?
But like, you know, when you ask him if he was if he knew Jay-Z, if he talked to Jay-Z, he literally looked up and then thought about an answer.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
I get it. Does he know
and
Jay-Z?
he's like, yeah, he's like, I know Jay-Z, but I don't know him. We just say hi, but I don't know him, but I know him. And I'm doing it for my ex, but I'm doing it for Tupac, but I'm doing it's like that man is
We'll get to his nickname because that's not. I'm just saying, if you go on a podcast and start doing this, and then at the end you're like, "Oh, and by the way, my nickname's Pizza," I'm telling you, you've been sent here to just bust my chops. Okay, this is AI. This is a hidden camera show. We're on Jag's hidden camera show, and she's going to launch it, and we're all going to have a great time. We're all going to be like, "Oh, Jag, she got us for a freaking hidden camera show." Okay, right. Let's carry on.
Code words that they use.
That code word, I don't know what it's for. They call me Pizza. That's what made me kind of nervous when they said Pizza box. All that. That's my name, Pizza.
Why they call him Pizza?
So you was interpreting that as Diddy directly threatening you in a coded way?
A certain way, yeah. Yeah, be honest. You know, from Maryland, they call me Pizza. Oh, them years back in Baltimore.
And how did you earn that nickname?
When I was younger, I used to run numbers for Pizza Parlor. And when I was coming back, I was staying there, and the guy would say, "What you want?" I said, "Piece." He said, I just gave you a pizza." I said, "No, piece of the action." So he gave me 50. Then his friends come by and say, "Who that?" He said, "Just call him Pizza."
Well, the story about the pizza is more coherent than anything he said before that.
That's true.
Like, at least I can kind of understand where that nickname came from.
Mm-hmm.
But all the rest is making no sense.
Yeah. Listen, do you know what? If you see people in the side chat, right? I just want to say something beautiful to you, wonderful people, right? I understand people who are like, "Go, you need to deep dive this guy, you need to do all this." This is a classic example of a time hole. Okay. Where as a journalist, you just put all your time into a hole that leads nowhere by design. Allegedly, possibly, maybe. Also, could just be a really nice guy. Could be completely misunderstood. Okay. You could have been playing one of those Xbox games where you've got to put your hands up to control the stuff whilst he was on the phone because he's an addict. Gaming's addictive. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't remember the question again. No, I mean, he's been rambling on. I still don't know the question. I don't know how he knows Tupac. I don't know his fond memory of Tupac. And I don't even remember the things that he's been saying. I'm not senile.
Well, I'm going to order a pair of those
He doesn't
glasses.
have the hands anymore.
Yep.
Have you noticed how he doesn't have the hands even up here or anything?
He doesn't.
I agree.
No.
That's a very good point. And I
Yeah,
just want to
that's
say something
wrong.
else. I'm going to get a pair of those glasses, and anytime during a podcast where someone annoys me, I'm going to adjust the camera so I'm sitting like this, put on the glasses, and when they ask me a question, talk absolute waffle for about 10 minutes and see just how see if anyone picks up on it, because this is too good. This is
Hands.
these glasses have got power. I'm telling you now, they've managed to hypnotize Paula. Paula's going to wake up tomorrow with missing time gaps in our life around about the podcast time.
Like,
You know
I saw in the sites chat that they said that he's dumb. He's so smart. Like, for me to be able to deflect like that when people are asking you questions, because like with Kamala and Meghan Markle, they cannot answer a question when they're not prepped. But he can answer a question, but he will run circle around you to make sure that he never answer the question.
I'm going to give you that. But here, I'm going to give you on a scale, Maggie, right? And I'm sorry for people who don't like me shouting, but there's no other way of doing this, right? So I'm going to give you it from absolute moron to evil genius. Evil genius to moron, and anywhere in between. Anywhere at all.
Cunning. I don't think it's smart. I think it's cunning. I don't think it's
I'll take cunning too.
Yeah,
I'll take cunning too. Yeah. Also, I'll take nice guy. A little bit stressed. You know, let's be balanced.
Stressed out. He's stressed.
No, yeah. Okay, let's continue.
I don't think he's stressed. Why do you think he's stressed?
Because Jaguar just laid into him.
No, he was
you're annoying. You're annoying, Hunt. Okay, it's my show. I can be as annoying as I want. Okay.
He was actually quite smug when JC went off. He was actually enjoying it. He looked smug that he was able to provoke that reaction on Jaguar. And that's why he did the Illuminati. Is like saying, "If you, I am backed by this."
Exactly. Like, he's trying to make her seem overly emotional, not reliable. So that for me is someone that I think he hide being looking dumb, but that man is smart.
Well,
like, he knows what he's doing.
On the show, he was a little bit more
cunning.
informative.
Yeah, he's cunning. Like Paula said, he's cunning. My bad.
Cunning's a good one.
He's cunning.
Because somebody's smart, they don't need to be that cunning. He's cunning and he's trying in his best way because he's probably done this in all his life. When you're in situations, it reminds me of a diplomat. You know, guys, I worked as a diplomat. It's like the kind of thing we always gave answers, and you speak slowly and you slur your voice a little bit, and then you lower the volume, and then you ramble on a little bit. You kind of talk about the things, and then you never get a straight answer. This is why I don't like him right now.
Gaslighting word salad. Oh, right. Okay. Listen, let's pull it together, people. Okay, we're definitely not going to take the outline of those glasses, take the best Courtney quotes, and then put them on hoodies for merch. I'm telling you now, but word salad is definitely top of the hoodie list right now. I'm telling you. Okay, we're going to dive back into this because
I have to go to the hospital.
And I'll say my name.
See you tomorrow, guys. I have to go
no
to the
problem,
hospital.
Paula. Listen, good.
My
Hope it all goes well. Much love.
It's my
Much
last
love.
session today. Wish me luck, for fuck's
Good
sake.
luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, so thank
Good
you,
luck.
guys.
Good luck.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. We think of you.
Thank you. And see, we've turned the tide. Someone who thought I was just annoying, but it turns out I'm hilarious. Official slap it on a mug, mate. Let's go.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
you're
continue.
funny.
Let's continue with it.
Pizza. So you don't correct her Italian on the guy. You just go. So I like it. Pizza,
Oh,
I
sorry,
love
Sean. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, mate. I pushed the wrong button there, mate. I do apologize.
It's all right, Nick. Here's the next question from Stephanie. You said that you receive threats daily. Do you think these are serious? Are you under police protection or any protection at all?
No, I'm not on police protection. I don't even have no bodyguard. My protection is God. His blood spill over me. You understand? That's the best protection you ever have. You know, the wisdom and how to move. You understand? I don't be at every party.
Do you know, I would have thought, right? I mean, I'm just that was a weird thing to say. I don't be at every party.
What did he say?
Like you got to remember, we're all kind of hypnotized by the
Yes, we are.
the monotone. Listen to this again. I don't know if that was or if he just meant generally. Could mean generally.
You know, the wisdom and how to move. You understand? I don't be at every party.
Do you know, I would have thought,
Be
right?
at every
I
party.
mean, I'm just sorry to interrupt. It just sort of came back to me. I would have thought one of the fondest memories with Tupac would have been when you were working with him on Hail Mary, right?
The fun? No, that was by a grab and snatch. I was in the studio. He heard it. I was doing bad at that time. Not bad like broke or done that, just in the contract ones.
Okay, but I mean, was there not? I mean, you were. Am I wrong in saying that you said earlier that you were part of the production, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So that would have been a fun memory, right? I mean, being part of Hail Mary producing.
Fun. I didn't hear you when you said fun. Oh, of course, fun. Yeah.
Okay.
We have more fun times than just making beats. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but I'm just saying, like for me, if I'd been, you know, at a level of producer for any of Tupac's songs, I mean, that would have been maybe. Hey, listen, I've not lived your life. Maybe that's not a big deal to you. That would have stuck out for me. I'm just saying. So when you look up, in fact, I tell you what, was there any other songs? Did somebody said maybe were you part of Hit 'Em Up as well? Was that something you were part of?
No, the funniest thing when Hit 'Em Up came out, I was on Big Beat Atlantic with the Artifacts. So when Lil Kim did Get Money, that's where the song came from. I knew Pac at the time.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of us know the origins of Hit 'Em Up. I mean, what's your take on the origins of Hit 'Em Up?
Oh, I understood that. What it was take? I loved it. It was a hit. I loved it better than the original song.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he was sending a clear message in that song. I mean, one of the lines is, "I effed your B in the clink you cling, west side till we ride," and some words I can't say. I mean, there was a clear message sent in that song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you say you like the song, but I mean, that was one that really stood out in Tupac's career with regards to the beef, West Coast, East Coast, with the whole thing that went on with Biggie. Listen, anyone who knows Tupac lore, anyone who knows anything about Tupac lore, knows that Hit 'Em Up was a message to Biggie, right, from Tupac about him ramshanking Biggie's missus, allegedly, right?
Yeah,
and I mean,
Faith Evans.
like I'm not being funny. If you ask somebody like what the message behind that song is, and they're not, and they just tell you that it was a hit, maybe he didn't hear me. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Okay, this is this? Are we're on a? This is Jaguar's new hidden camera show. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now.
But like, let's say
someone,
let's say someone receives threats every day. That's what he says, and he's just gonna believe in God. God is gonna protect me. Well, if you are in the industry, you should know that Diddy doesn't care about God. He will hurt you, but he doesn't care because he's protected, and he knows he's protected by a powerful entity that he calls God. And that for me is creepy also.
Yeah, well, maybe you could ask God to turn the volume up on his freaking like ears or something, right? Because I'm telling you, I don't know if this, like, he seemed to understand. I don't know. No, he's sucking me in. He's sucking me in with the hypno glasses again. No, he's capable here, and he did it on the news show. Okay, he did it on the news show. Okay.
Well, the gentleman on Make It Make Sense looked him up on that song you mentioned, Mary. Was it Mary? He said he didn't see Courtney's name on any of it.
Yeah. Well, listen, all I'm saying is Courtney said that he was a credited producer on that. Allegedly, definitely, at least 10 people within the Discord minimum have looked this up. A bunch of you in the side chat have looked this up. And I imagine you've come to possibly a different conclusion. That's what we'll say about that. Because I don't know how credits work. Okay. I don't know if he was stood outside the studio and just shouted loudly, and that maybe he convinced himself of that, or if he thought maybe if you buy one of the tapes, right, that gets you a credit, like buying the album, you're now a credited producer. I don't know. Maybe there's other things going on. Maybe he'll whip out an LP, right? Yeah, LP. I went there, right? And then he like points at it, and his name will be there, and I'll be like, God damn, you were right. Okay. And I'll look like an idiot. And I'm happy to, I love when it's something of this level. I'm more than happy to eat the humble pie. I'm more than sorry to be, listen, Hypno, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Okay. I'm happy to do that because really, well, who cares? So let's continue on with this.
He looks like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He just looks like someone that, you know, when you go and do an exam and you didn't study, and so you give answers, like, if he was such a friend to do like all of this for Tupac, and all he can say about Eat 'Em Up is that it was a really big hit,
right?
He doesn't know Tupac.
He looks like the sort of guy that is on a short list of people that if I was inebriated, he would be able to carry me home. Okay.
Yeah,
like,
he does.
I guarantee you, he would just one shoulder me like this, and it would be fine. All right. I mean, well,
but does that look like a man that would be doing and putting his life on the line for Tupac, for a man that he doesn't even know the meaning of his song?
No, I don't see
like
that.
Putting his life on the line. Like he said, he receives threat all the time, and he's ready to do that because of a man that he doesn't even know really what the song Eat Them Up. Like, even I know this, and I am not into rap. So
you never met him.
Oh my God, I never met Tupac. Exactly. So I look at him and I'm like, you're doing all of this for Tupac, but you don't know anything about Tupac. You do the triangle thing, but you don't really know Jay-Z. And if we ask you for a memory of Tupac, all you can say is, well, you know, it's like when you were in high school. Like, that man is really smart.
Cunning.
Yeah, cunning.
Kimberly Porter is back. Courtney Burgess isn't even this man's real name. He said it was his own name. He has everything to hide. My guess is that his real name shows his. Oh wow! Apparently these words are too big for me to do. My guess is that his real name shows his alliances, not aliases, which I almost said. Right? Alliances. Nailed it, Kimberly.
Close enough.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Kimberly's at the point, if I could just send you pop-up books analogies, Ron, or pictures, I would, but sadly we have to type. But Kimberly, thank you so much for that. It's much appreciated. And to the new members as well, I just want to say I am going to be working on all the member stuff today. I want to get it looking funky so that when we're doing all these live streams, people that support the channel through that function have got some cool little badges and some stupid stuff that you can spam the chat with when you all get triggered simultaneously with us. No, it was his nickname, right? But street name, nickname. Apparently he's got a license plate on the back of his car that says pizza. But again, right? If there's plenty of pizza, brilliant. There's plenty of people, right? There's plenty of people in the world whose nickname's probably pizza, right? Who have a big pizza license plate, right? I'm just saying there probably is. I'm not saying it's a bit odd. It's definitely odd and coincidental, but let's just be rational here. Has he given us any reason to suspect that he may not be being honest with us? Let's continue. So, I mean, it was a message that was being sent. I mean,
it was more than a message. The original version of it died down. That was like it was meant for that song. Like it was custom tailored for that song. The lyrics, everybody on that song had a great lyric part of it.
Sure.
They did great well.
I will completely agree with what you just said there about the segment of the other song that was used in Hit 'Em Up being tailor-made for it. I will agree. Oh yeah, I mean the song was an absolute banger. But again, so just again, and I'm sorry, this is just me. It's been a long day. You were a producer on Hail Mary, and again, I just want to say for me that would be a standout moment. So again, you must have a lot of memories for that one, not to stick out. And you know, thank you for answering the question, Sean. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got the next batch.
Excellent.
Courtney, what is your last memory of Tupac?
Last memory of Tupac is the Devil's jersey he wore.
The jersey?
Because I was living across the street from where they make the jerseys at.
He don't know.
Newark, Marbury and Market. It's always a memory.
What?
And then for Newark, and then
is he just a weird guy? Like, are we all being too harsh? Is he just a weird guy? Is he just a weird guy? Like
okay.
Like, because I'm not going to invest any time on a deep dive, right? Because I'm telling you now, if he's part of some Illuminati conspiracy, someone's getting fired in the Illuminati this morning. Okay, somebody went into the big Illuminati building and they were like, hang on a second. Hang on. Can Courtney Burgess's handler please report to the principal's office? Courtney Burgess's handler, please report to the principal's office. And he's going to get in there, right? He's going to get in there, and frickin' the king and queen will be sat there with the holy golden light of the Illuminati behind them, and he will just be, that handler got schmited by the Schmitington, okay, this morning, vaporized. Oh, I tell you what, be very suspicious if he suddenly gets a new lawyer. I'm just saying, somewhere there's a wee pile of like Wish.com Burberry knitwear just in ash on a pile. All right, let's continue on. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. I can't even remember what I just said. Let's carry on.
It's a good one.
Maybe 90% of the artists that was in Outlaws came from Jersey. Seeing New Jersey Devils every morning. How can you not remember?
Do you know
what?
Something sparked my memory there. You said something about credits, right? When you were talking about.
Does he want us to believe that he didn't? He did all of this for Tupac because he liked his shirt?
I think he's using an app on his phone that when he pushes a button, a word just starts generating random words, and that's how he's answering questions. Sometimes he just gets statistically lucky.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine putting your life on the line? Like, you're putting your life on the line, your integrity on the line, your business opportunity on the line. For what? For Tupac's shirt? Like, well, what is the correlation with Tupac? Like, his closest memory is that he liked what Tupac was wearing. So that's why now I'm going to sacrifice my life because I like your glasses.
Rewind that, Ron, if you can.
Hang on a second. Someone in the side chat, I'm about to steal your joke, so I was looking for your comment to give you credit, right? But someone just referred to this guy as the Riddler, right? So we've got the Riddler and the Diddler now in this entire scenario, right? So, because this, I mean, and again, I could be totally wrong. I need to just keep you all objective here, right? Apart from that, that was proper sus, right? That was proper sus, right?
It just doesn't make sense.
All the stuff we're looking up online is a little bit sus, but at the same time, right? Where we are collectively the internet, we're all kind of pre-decided on one outcome because we know how guilty Diddy is, and we're all a bit spicy today after last night, right? So let's just be objective. Can we just, is there not any possibility, right, to this is just a dude doing his normal thing, living his normal life. Like maybe he thought this meant like I don't know what I thought. But is there no
he's
possible
not
way?
doing it now, which is weird.
No.
That is weird.
That man is someone that I don't know why he took that risk. He cannot make sense into why he took that risk, because it's a risk. And how he's acting and how he doesn't make sense, it seems like it's not a risk to him, which makes me wonder who is behind him. Why is he doing this? Because that is not a man that's doing that for the memory of his lost friend. Like someone told him to use Tupac because maybe he knew Tupac. I'm not saying that he didn't know Tupac, but a lot of people know a lot of people. He didn't seem close to Tupac.
He didn't.
That is why
Tupac. He seemed like he knew him, like he knows Jay-Z. Hi.
It's ironic.
No,
that you say,
he seems like he knows Jay-Z more.
well, listen.
Like for me, at least he remembers doing a sign to Jay-Z. He remembers Tupac's shirt.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot make me believe that you would risk all that he's risking for a man that you knew
know.
and in the 90s, and then you receive a book from a woman that writes it in 2020 something, and you do it for a man that died in the 90s. Why? Because you like this shirt when it has nothing to do with him. Like the freak off have nothing to do with Tupac.
Tupac all that much.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's trying to bring Tupac into the situation with Kim Porter, why he's releasing that book, why he says that he has nothing to do with it, but he's just someone that was like, basically part of the chain to give it. And for me, I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, you're not an android, you're a human. So you have motivation.
Allegedly.
Like all human. Like all human do. You're supposed to have motivation. You're supposed to have a reason why you do things, even if it's like ridiculous.
Jaguar said he did it for money.
I don't know why he did it.
Just remember that.
Yeah, it's all speculation, but I don't speculate that his best memory of Tupac is his shirt.
Yes.
I'm not speculating that he said it.
Well, listen, you said who is the man behind this man at the start of what you were saying, right?
Okay.
What if it's this guy on the telly right here? Okay. This guy here is looking he's up to something, right? He is death glaring down right here. I don't know who this man is, but I'm telling you now, he is there's something going on there. At this point, like and subscribe. We're 2.5 hours in and Ron's still ranting. So just give us a like, give us a subscribe. If you just turned up here a little while ago, give us a share. It would be great. So yeah, let's continue on with this because it's interesting. Let's carry on. Or my internet will just break, right?
Yeah. It is the Illuminati.
We can't play any music right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're getting asked, who was Tupac's favorite rapper?
Gaddafi, or the group, or other individuals out of the group.
Both. I
don't think it was a favorite rapper. I know, may he rest in peace, Gaddafi was his godbrother from childhood. Music he listened to, you got to understand, he started out rapping with Digital Underground. So I can't choose a person who their favorite rapper was or their music. He loved everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by his features what type of music he liked.
Casey's asking if you believe that Diddy was practicing voodoo.
Excuse me. Can't answer that question. Nothing about Diddy.
Did you get credit for your work on Tupac's album?
No. Unless you Google my name and it comes up. If you could just Google.
Does it though? Okay, let's find out. He's going to give us clear instructions. Pay attention here.
Does it come up?
Does
Courtney,
Diddy?
Burgess, and Tupac, then it comes up.
Okay, you heard it here first, people. This is a fun little game you can play at home called Google Courtney Burgess and Tupac. I'm going to let you all come back. If you find a connection, okay, put I found a connection in big massive letters. If you found nothing, put I found nothing. It's kind of like an interactive part. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we're taking the stream to the next level. All right, we're all experiencing something together. All right. Okay, I'll give you a minute. Okay, I'll give you a minute. It's okay. I'll wait.
How can he say that he doesn't know if Diddy is practicing voodoo? Diddy has an enormous tattoo of one of the lois of the Asian voodoo
Well, he can't talk
diaspora.
about Diddy. He can't talk about Diddy. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
But he can give the book about. Okay.
No,
that
you
makes
know
sense.
what comes up? It comes up. Courtney Burgess and Jaguar Wright in on-air spat over Kim Porter's book.
Oh wow. Oh God. Yeah. I wonder where that happened. Gee, I wonder who they're talking about there. So yeah. All right, Brian. Online spat. I'm sorry.
Wow, you are everywhere.
Listen, all I'm
It's
saying
just-
is the minute that
we're
the
just a
N word comes out, we cross the level of spat into a whole
Thank
new
you
word.
so much.
Spat.
Thank you so much.
There's no spat still in a realm of like, you know, you're kind of flapping at each other like this. Do you know what I'm saying? There ain't no racial slurs in a spat. Okay.
Right.
I'm just. But is it a racial slur? If you guys are saying,
Well,
it, I don't know the
how she
rules.
said
I
it,
just know
how she,
I don't
how
say
she said
it.
it to him. How she said it to him was a slur.
Yeah, all I know is
Because-
I don't say it. I know the rules there, but I don't know how it is for the people who are allowed to say it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even getting involved.
I'm not going to say that I'm going to say it, nor is Lady Latisha going to say it, but clearly it was a spat. It was more than a spat.
It was more
like
than
that
a
was
spat.
that was an insult towards him.
It was an insult.
Like, there are ways to say it like like a friend, but that was not
Charging him
friendly
up.
at all.
When I'm by myself, I sing it. When I'm by myself, I say it. When it's in a song and no one's around, and I'm in my house by myself, I say it. I'm admitting to it now. Okay, if it's in the song, I assume the artist wants me to be included. Otherwise, it's racist on their behalf. But I wouldn't do it in public. Okay, I'm just saying.
You are forgiven, my child.
Thank you.
You are forgiven.
I'm busting chops. Do you know what I'm saying? It's funny. It's too funny, right? But listen. It's a fine line when you're doing the humor around there, kids. Don't try and repeat that joke and think it's going to land. Okay, it takes a nuance. Okay, there's a little bit of nuance there. Okay. Hang on.
You didn't show that part of the video when he called her a loser.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that spat was legendary.
That's because the grand hand of nothing that can get us a channel strike has been woven above the live stream. Okay. Okay. I'm sure you can find the unedited version on about 400 other channels across YouTube now. Because I'm telling you now, we are all about protecting the mothership, but we have got a new idea, right? We have got a new idea. I think what we're going to do, because it's great for us when channels come and use the content. It's great. It's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But when we have to edit sections out, I think what we're going to do is start putting a big unedited section onto Rumble. So that we've got it, just so that we've got it in both places, because eventually people will be like, okay, well, I wish we had the full section of that. We've only got people reacting to it, so we'll have a place where we can back up potentially spicy things that need to be. I think it's important. I think it's important that we have how it was.
I do too.
There, you know what I'm saying? But man, could you imagine if I was trying to bleep stuff live last night? It would have been like. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a madness. Right, let's carry on. Let's keep going with this.
Yeah, because she said some choice words about his mommy.
Hey, cousin Roro, you cannot do that to Jaguar. She will find you.
Listen, I was so close to having to put them both in the naughty step. Right, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't be the guy who does that to Jag. I can't be the guy. I can't do it.
No. Cousin Roro, stop it. You are
Roro,
invited to the cookout. Stop it.
Yeah, no, but nah, I was like, no, I'd rather I'll throw myself, I'll use my human flesh and throw myself in front of the freight train rather than putting anybody on timeout. I hope she's watching this, and at some point she's like, "Don't you be putting me in timeout now, Roro." Mid rant, I'm telling you, that's the was the golden. Right, let's continue on.
When your internet wanna work.
Row.
Can't answer that question. Nothing about Diddy.
Did you get credit for your work on Tupac's album?
No. Unless you Google my name and it comes up. If you could just Google Courtney, Burgess, and Tupac, then it comes up.
What happened to Yaki Gaddafi?
He was shot in he was murdered, I say, a projects in Orange, New Jersey.
Are you also known as the hit Bad, producer of Tupac's Hail Mary album?
I'm not a member of that, but that's who was. I'd say hit him hard. I'm sorry, hit him bad. Yeah, I know who that is. He was there at the time, the engineer and the producer.
Do you know Suge?
I don't know him as Suge. I know him as Suge, but not know him as like you may know somebody who you hang out with.
I ask you about Tupac's unreleased album, One Nation, with different artists on it.
Okay.
Any thoughts on that?
Production could have been better. I'm not taking away from the ones who produced, but production could have been much better. And I think that's what made it, wavy. That, up and down.
Janet wants to know if there's more pieces to Kim's book, like Jag mentioned. And Jay has said, what do you mean the book is not the ending, it's only the beginning? Are there more manuscripts?
Yeah, it's just the beginning. That's why I'm not, it's a lot more to come.
Oh.
When will that be arriving?
Probably top of the year. Maybe a Christmas present.
What?
You understand? I've been in the music business for 35 years.
Can I just throw some tinfoil hat stuff out there?
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone hear the noise that has been going on throughout this whole interview? It sounds like this. I'll play it. Just listen.
That's why I'm not, it's a lot more to come.
When will that be arriving?
Probably top of the year. Maybe a Christmas present. You understand? I've been in the music business for 35 years. So that tell you I've seen a lot. So what I've seen and put in place.
Does anyone know about metronome hypnosis? Because I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying metronome hypnosis. I'm not saying anything. There's no bigger picture here. There's no scary cabal. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. There's nothing weird going on here at all. Nothing at all. I'm not saying anything. I'm definitely not saying anything. And I tell you who definitely isn't saying anything. This scientist all about metronome hypnosis. She ain't saying nothing either. She ain't saying nothing. Okay. So I'm just saying. I'm saying nothing. And we're going to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be taken away from it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lie. Because I was there.
Oh, well, listen, you just said since you were there, and it just made me think of something, right? You can help settle the legendary question: was Tupac right or left-handed? you must have seen many a time where Tupac was writing something or using his dominant hand, and the internet, and I'm telling you now, just Google it. Was he left-handed? One of the biggest mysteries on earth. From your personal involvement with Tupac and your experience, what was the hand he used the majority of the time you were with him?
He shook with his right hand. He threw a right hand. Writing, I know, was in the writing session with him. So I don't observe a man like that, whether he's left hand or right hand.
It's one of these weird internet lore things, Courtney. If I'm being honest, it's one of the, you know, it's the right or left-handed version of the Loch Ness monster scenario, basically. So prominently right. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Now, you said you're stepping away from the book, but some people are asking, will they still get their copies if they've purchased it?
Oh yeah. It's stopping tonight. 12 midnight to be over.
So this is the last chance to get it.
Yeah.
Because you did send us a link, and yeah, I've checked that link is still live. All right. So
do you know what? I think we've seen enough. I genuinely feel like he's sucking the intelligence out of my brain at this point.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, we've got to be objective here. It's fun to sit here and talk about things like this on the internet. It's fun to talk about, you know, triangles and metronomes and all this kind of stuff. But this is a real person who has handed in evidence in a massive case. Why this interview went the way it did, why it was so different from his public appearances, why the whole mannerisms is a bit off. Maybe he's a weird guy. I don't know. All I'm saying is you put yourself out on the internet, you leave yourself open to me busting your chops, basically. So I think we've all kind of had some interesting reviews of that. Okay. And I'm guaranteed we're still going to be talking about this tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Right, because the other thing I want to do tomorrow is finish off the what the hell was his name? We started it the other day. Chris Todd. Yes, his interview, and get through that. And like I say, did I say this already? That Jag and Courtney are back on Saturday, 9 o'clock, Sean Atwood channel. Did I say that?
No way! For real?
Yeah. Did I forget to say that? Yeah, Saturday night, 9 o'clock.
Way.
Courtney. Did I forget to say that?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I don't know.
Are they gonna be on at the same time?
For real?
I mean, that's what it says. So yeah. Part 2.
No. Oh, I hope this time he's gonna be more ready.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not being funny, but I can't wait, because who in their goddamn right mind would do this? Now it's just fascinating at this point. Now,
Ron,
it's just
you're just like chaos.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for it.
Oh yeah. What? Like, I am that meme. Hang on a second. Let me get the meme for you.
I'm here for it. Oh my God,
Ron is like, I don't want peace. I want problem always.
Yes, 1,000,000%. That is the one.
Okay,
so,
when is part 2?
I don't want peace. I want problem.
Yeah, that if you just apply that.
Please
to content,
put your name, put your face and that meme.
Yeah.
Put your
all I'm saying is that is the YouTube, like, how. Also, is he wearing, like, is this a meme of the meme? Because this guy is in a very low end costume. Okay, this looks like hand stitched horns here. Okay, yeah. I'm calling a meme on the meme.
It was a music video that was like a joke.
Yeah, it's too good. Listen, all I'm saying is, right, that's how you make content right there. I just wanted to make camping videos, all right?
Camping videos.
6-7 years later, I've been on the shutting down organized crime groups, people that do horrible things to kids, traffic people, put a bunch of them in jail, shut down their operations. I just wanted to make camping videos. All right. So here we are.
Bring part 2 back up.
and you're camping, and I don't know.
Oh, listen, I used
It's
to just go,
harder to survive that.
yeah. Well, no, but my whole thing was I like to go out and see if nature would kill me. It wasn't about like going and being comfortable. It was about not dying and knowing that I can beat you, nature. I can beat you. Do you know what I'm saying? It was great. Like a year and a half, I spent like 2-3 nights a week just in the wild with the dog, building gang.
What did Sean say about part 2?
Who say about part 2?
Sean.
What did Sean say about part 2? Have you met Sean Atwood?
No.
He just
was
went,
then saying,
book it. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, like it's exciting because who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
It's like when you get one of those like do it at home science kits, right? And it's like you're about to pour in the last ingredient to get it to all happen. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. You know, it's like one of those fancy bath bombs. You throw it in the bath, and all of a sudden, there's like 400 petals worth of freaking flowers in the bath. Do you know, by the way, that you got to stand and wait for the whole bath to drain? If you just leave those petals in the bath, they are going to be like concrete on the side of your goddamn bath in the morning. Okay. Okay. Plus, get out the bath, and it's like a sensory overload of like wee thingies just all over you. You know, not that I use bath bombs, right? Not that I use bath bombs.
I can't believe they accepted that. Nobody can tell me that man was scared of Jaguar. Clearly, he liked the fight. He liked the fight to do that.
Yeah, I'm here for all this. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I am too. Like,
yes, you like chaos. Like Lady Letitia, you look so sweet, and you liked chaos too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, we've fully trained Letitia up now. She is all about chaos.
You corrupted her.
Yeah. Like apparently she's so badass now. The Amazon guy tried to deliver a package. He just took it straight out of his hands and kicked it straight across her own garden and was like, "No, no, no." No, she didn't really. I'm just kidding. But listen, we'll be back. We'll be back. I think I'm back at 8. I'm pretty sure there's something happening at 8. Shane can tell me in the side chat because we've been for 3 hours today. You're a lucky side chat. 3 hours you've gotten today. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like buying 2 bottles of wine. And then they just give you another bottle of wine. And now you have 3 bottles of wine.
Are we the wine?
Right?
Are we the wine?
It's like when you get 12 nuggies, but there's 13 nuggies in the bag of nuggies. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a good day. It's a good day. Right. So listen, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being awesome. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you share. Make sure you do all of that. Not Paris Hilton. Gotta stop saying that. It's Perez Hilton. Yeah. Anyway, see you all soon. Catch you later. Thank you very much, Maggie, Shane, Letitia, Paula, side chat, mods. You're all amazing. Sean Atwood crew. See you all in the next one.
Where's Queenie?
I'm sorry. Where's Queenie? We're about to end. We've been here 3 hours. Right? We've been here 3 hours. Queenie has been building her kitchen since last Thursday. Hasn't been here in about 5 days. Hasn't been here about 5 days. Right? So we're now getting to the end of the second show, and it's like, where's Queenie? It's just beautiful content. Like the content just makes it's just fabulous. But yes, no. Queenie has went to the Ukraine to fight with the Russians against the Ukraine. Sadly, she's mental.
It's election day here in the United States.
Ooh, did you vote?
Oh, is it today? Wow. That just shows you we are so much more interested in listening to this guy, right? For 3 hours, right? This guy here, more interesting than the entire election. Okay.
What
if that doesn't tell you,
you don't like hearing about Kamala Harris and
oh God. All right. All we're going to say is bye.